There is a grass that resembles garlic but is blue-green, named Zhu Yu. Eating it never leads to hunger. Its peak is known as the Floating Stirring Mountain, overlooking the Western Sea, abundant in bamboo and jade. There's a tree resembling a valley with black bark. Its blossoms radiate 4 ways, called Mingguo. Wearing it prevents getting lost. Anonymous Mountain Sea Classics, by Anonymous, produced by Tingwei Yu South Mountain Classic. The head of the South Mountain Classic is called Jushan, Sheng. Eating it enhances agility. There is an animal looking like a white-eared dog, lying in wait for people walking or running, known as Sheng. The clear water originates here, flowing west and entering the sea, where many creatures are born, and wearing its jewelry prevents illness. Further east, 300 Li, is the Courtyard Mountain, abundant in fiery wood, white monkeys, water jade, and gold. 370 Li further east lies the Sun Mountain, its sunny side rich in red gold, and its shady side in white silver. 380 Li east is the Piaowing Mountain, teeming with strange beasts, with waters full of peculiar fish, abundant white jade, snakes, scorpions, and strange trees. It's inaccessible. There is an animal resembling a horse with a white head, text like a tiger with a red tail, humming melodiously, named Lu Shu. Wearing it ensures offspring. A strange water emerges here, flowing east into the Chiwing water. It's teeming with black turtles, looking like turtles with bird heads and foxtails, known as spin turtle. It sounds like a judge's gavel, preventing deafness and capable of fapre. Grounding, evil. East 300 Li is the Cedar Mountain, abundant in water but no vegetation. East 400 Li is the exclusive Wing Mountain, abundant in water but no vegetation, and inaccessible. There is a fish resembling a cow, perching high, with serpentine tails that have wings, its feathers below fish gone, sounding like oxen lowing. It's called salmon, dying in winter but regenerating, safe to eat without swelling or illness. There is an animal resembling a weasel with a tuft, named Lei, self-mated, male or female. Its food doesn't provoke jealousy. East 300 Li is the Base Mountain, sunny side rich in jade, shady side in strange trees. There is an animal looking like a sheep, with 9 tails and 4 ears, eyes on its back, named Left Right Up Fu Right Down Kun. Wearing it instills fearlessness. There's also a bird resembling a chicken with 3 heads, 6 eyes, 6 legs, and 3 wings, named Shang Jifuji. Eating it keeps one from sleeping. East 300 Li is the Blue Mound Mountain, sunny side rich in jade, shady side in blue. Left Dan, right up, Li, right down you. There's an animal resembling a fox with 9 tails. It sounds like a baby crying, capable of eating humans, yet those who eat it are not poisoned. A bird looking like a pigeon, sounds like a hiss, named Guranfuan. Wearing it keeps one from being bewildered. East 350 Li is the Tail Mountain, its tail reaching into the East Sea, abundant in sand and stones. Ying water flows out, entering the Chiwing Pond, teeming with red fish need, resembling fish but with human faces, sounding like pigeons cooing. Eating them prevents skin rashes. Water from a square well flows out, south into Nai, teeming with white jade. From the Floating Stirring Mountain's head to Thick Tail Mountain's peak, spanning 10 mountains, 2,950 Li. Each mountain has a divine form of a bird with a dragon's head. The next 2 classics peaks are called Jushan, facing the flow of yellow water in the west, looking at various holes, east towards a long right. The rituals for worshipping them: use 1 zhang of pure jade as an offering, rice from Hiyu fields and 1 wall of glutinous rice. Weave mats with white bamboo. Ying water flows out, southwest into red water, teeming with white jade and red grains. There's an animal resembling a pig with tusks. It sounds like dog barks, named Tianli. When seen, the land is often fertile. When seen, its county has many scattered mounds. There is a bird. It's shaped like a pigeon with human hands. It sounds like a numbing shock, named the red bird, its name derived from its call. To the southeast, 450 Li, is the mountain Longyo, barren of vegetation and abundant in water. There's a beast. It's shaped like a hill with 4 ears, named Longyo, its sound akin to a sigh. When seen, it signals great flooding in the county. Further east, 340 Li, is Yangguo Mountain, sunny side rich in jade, shady side abundant in gold. The text continues with similar descriptions for several more mountains and beasts. There is a beast, human-like with pig snouts, burrowing and hibernating in winter, named Hutao. It sounds like wood being chopped. When seen, it presages large debts in the county. The rest of the text follows a similar pattern. Further east, 500 li, is Dangshui Mountain, barren of vegetation, rich in gold and jade. Water from Dan emerges and flows south to the Bohai Sea. There is a bird with a shape like a chicken, adorned with 5 colors and patterns, named the phoenix, with D on its head, Yi on its wings, Li on its back, Ren on its chest, and Shin on its belly. This bird naturally eats and sings and dances, bringing peace to the world when seen. Eastward by another 400 li, we reach the tail end of Jinshan. Further east by 500 li, there is a mountain called Sheng, devoid of plants, abundant in water, and inhabited by many white monkeys. To its south lies a valley named Yuchi, known for strange birds, and where the Kai wind originates. Continuing east by 400 li, we come to the peak of Bichu Mountain, lacking water above but abundant with vipers below. Eastward by another 500 li, we find Chicken Mountain, with gold abundant on top and red stones beneath. Further east by 500 li, there is a mountain called Guanxiang, with dense trees above but no plants below. It is home to numerous strange birds and lacks other animals. There is a black water mountain southward flowing into the sea. It houses sardines resembling minnows with pigskin-like fur. Their sounds resemble pigs, signaling severe drought when seen. Eastward by 400 li, we reach Lingchu Mountain, devoid of plants but rich in fire. To its south lies a valley named Zhong Valley, where the wind starts. There is a bird resembling an eagle with 4 eyes and ears, called Yuya. Its cry signals drought. Eastward by 3070 ri, we encounter Lure Mountain, abundant in gold and jade above, and green stones below. Further east by 580 li, there is the mountain of Yugao, teeming with strange beasts and giant snakes. A tree resembles a valley red inside, with resin-like sap, sweet-tasting, preventing hunger when eaten, and capable of dispelling fatigue. It is called Bai Gao, blood red in appearance, and can be used for making jade blood. Eastward by another 580 li, we come to Nan Yu Mountain, with gold and jade above and water below. There is a hole where water flows out but gets trapped in summer and freezes in winter. The waters of Zishui flow southeastwards into the sea, with phoenix and waniao chicks therein. Their altars are decorated with a white dog offering rice cakes made of surplus grain. In total, covering 14 mountains from Tianyu to Nanyu, spanning 6,530 li, all possess dragon-bodied, human-faced gods. For the southern route, there are 40 mountains in total, measuring 16,380 li dai. Starting from Shishan West Mountain, the first peak is Qianlai Mountain, abundant in pines and washed stones below. A sheep-like creature with a horse's tail named Yangxiang, its fat used for making lard. At 45 li west, there's Songguo Mountain, where Jui water flows north towards Wei River, containing much copper. There is a bird resembling a mountain chicken, black-bodied with red feet, capable of repelling moonstorms. Further west by 60 li, we encounter Taihua Mountain, steep and four-sided, towering at 5,000 li high and 10 li wide. No birds or animals dwell there. A snake named Fei Hu, with 6 legs and 4 wings, signals drought upon its appearance. Birds here are mostly red with a few exceptions capable of extinguishing fire. Westward by 80 li, lies Xiaohua Mountain, abundant in Jingguo and Nuru deer. Its shady areas filled with bell-shaped stones, while sunny spots yield Qingyu and Wangfu jade. There's a plant called Ao Li, resembling black garlic growing on rocks. Eating it causes chest pain. Its plants are mostly striped-like, resembling hibiscus flowers, but red inside, bearing yellow fruits like baby tongues. Eating them prevents confusion. Further west by 80 li, we find Fuyi Mountain, with copper above and iron below. There is a tree named Wen Jing with fruit like dates, capable of curing deafness. The water of Yu originates here, flowing north to join the Wei River. Its beasts are mostly deaf and have a shape like sheep with red manes. Its sunny side abounds in Qingyu jade and its shady side in copper. Its birds are mainly common birds with a red beak, capable of resisting fire. The water here flows out, heading north to join the waters of Yu. 60 li west, it is called Shikwai Mountain, with wood mainly of brown redwood dan, a type of tree, grass mostly striped, resembling chives, and white flowers with black fruits, curative upon consumption. There is a red stream within it that coats livestock, preventing them from getting sick. 70 li west, we come to Ying Mountain, with many caves on top. its shade rich in iron and its sun in red gold. Water emerges from here, flowing north to meet Jiao water, teeming with abundant fish resembling gar, with a sound like sheep. The sunny side is abundant in crossbow arrows made of bamboo and jade, while beasts include wild cattle and sheep. 52 Li west lies Jushan Mountain, with tall bamboo trees on top and iron in its shade. There is a bird resembling a partridge, yellow-bodied and red-beaked, named Fiu Fati Legacy, curative upon consumption, capable of killing insects. Jushui bamboo water flows out, heading north to join the Wei River, rich in bamboo arrows and jade. A grass called huanghu, yellow mouth, grows here, resembling hackberry with hemp-like leaves, white flowers and black fruits, reminiscent of rust, bathes in it heal skin conditions, also curative against lunar eclipse. Dan water emerges from here, flowing southeast into the Luo River, teeming with water jade and many fish. A beast like a pig but white-haired, resembling upper bamboo left stem right lower stem, appears 120 Li west on a mountain called Float Mountain, rich in citrus trees without harm from insects. A grass called Xiangkao scented grass grows here, with hemp-like leaves and square stems, red flowers and black fruits, stinking like wild cucumber, worn as an amulet to prevent skin conditions. 70 Li west lies the next mountain, where Chiju dyewood water flows out, heading north to the Wei River. The top is covered in wood or dyewood, the bottom in bamboo arrows, its shade rich in red copper and sun in jade. A beast like a mythical creature but with long arms, good at throwing things, named Huo Fierce, lives here. 150 Li west is Shishan Mountain, barren of vegetation. There is also a bird resembling an eagle, human-faced with one leg, called Tu Crouching Bird, seen in winter and hibernating in summer, worn as an amulet against lightning. Water flows out following the north current into the Wei River, rich in water jade. 170 Li west is Nanshan Mountain, with Dan, a type of grain fruits, on top. Gail. Dan water emerges from here, flowing north into the Wei River. Beasts include fierce leopards and birds like Shihui dead wood pigeon. 148 Li west lies Daishanshan Mountain, rich in jay mulberry trees below, and dyewood above. Its shade is rich in silver and sun and white jade. Depu, a type of water, flows out, heading north to the Wei River. A clear spring emerges from here, flowing south into Han River. 320 Li west lies Shanban Mountain Burial Mountain, where Han water flows out, southeast into the Shu. Huo water flows north into the Tang. The top is covered in peach branches with cursive ends. Beasts include rhinos, deer, bears, and dogs. Birds like Baihan white feather redbird. A grass called Rong, a type of plant, grows here, resembling mugwort but not bearing fruit, named upper cursive lower bone, curative against sterility upon consumption. 350 Li west is Tiandi Shan Mountain, rich in brown redwood. Below grow spiky grasses. A beast like a dog, called the Shiwan Streamside, with a coat that does not attract worms, lives here. There is also a bird resembling a partridge, black-marked and red-winged, called Ju Oak, curative upon consumption, capable of treating hemorrhoids. A grass called Duhang, a type of plant, grows here, resembling common mallow but with the stench of wild cucumber, useful for horses, curative against skin conditions upon consumption. In the southwest, 380 Ri, there is a mountain called Upper Half Lower Half, from which the Jiangshui River flows westward and joins the waters of Zhuji. From this mountain, another river flows southward and merges with Jiche water. The sun side abounds in danfu, a type of grain, while the shade side is rich in silver and gold. Its peaks are covered in gimwood. There is a white stone called hao, which is toxic to mice. There is also a grass that resembles kao kian, a herb with leaves like red-backed chrysanthemum, named wutiao, which is also toxic to mice. There is an animal resembling a deer with a white tail, hooves like a horse and hands of a human, with 4 horns, named Shaoning. There is a bird resembling a vulture with human feet, named Shusui, whose flesh becomes hard upon eating. Another 180 Ri westward, there is Huangshan, devoid of plants, abundant in bamboo arrows. The Panshui River flows from here, westwards to the red water, containing many jewels. There is an animal resembling a cow with blue-black eyes, called Shangmin Shunu, upper agile cow. There is also a bird that resembles a phoenix with blue feathers and red beak, capable of human speech, named Pingu Parrot. Another 200 Ri west there is Quishan. its peaks covered in brown dan, a type of tree, and lower regions filled with bamboo arrows. The sun side abounds in gold and jade, and it has the formation of 3 fields to the left and a bird to the right, resembling a magpie, black and red with 4 legs, capable of extinguishing fire. Another 250 ri west, there is Magi Shan Horse Ghost Mountain, standing on the western sea, devoid of plants, rich in jade. The Mrs. Water flows from here, westwards to the sea, containing much stone and gold as well as danfu. In total, there are 19 mountains covering 2,957 ri from Chiashan Money Mountain to Meiji Shan. The ritual offerings for Huashan, the mountain burial site, include a grand sacrifice of Pig Jade. The Hell Mountain spirit requires the use of candles, with a 100-day mourning period, 100 animal sacrifices, and 100 jugs of wine sealed with 100 pieces of jade and agate. For the other 17 mountains, offerings are made using a single sheep for each. The candles used are from unburned herbs, pure white and collected at the bottom of the mountain. The second-tier western starting points are called Naoshan, abundant in copper below and jade above, with many hau trees. 200 ri west lies Dalmushan Turbulent Peak, where the sun side is rich in jade and the shade side in iron. The bath water flows from here, east to the river, containing algae, jade, and white snakes. Another 170 ri west lies Shulian Shan, Counting Chronicles Mountain, with gold above and silver below, many golden trees and silver birds. Chu River flows from here, south to the Wei River, rich in white pearls. The Jiatu water flows east to the Wei River, containing odor stones and blue-green minerals. Another 50 ri west lies a high mountain, its upper regions covered in silver and lower parts blue-green and yellow, abundant in brown dan and bamboo. Southwest of 300 ri is Nukchang Shan Woman's Bed Mountain, where the sun side is rich in red copper and the shade side in stone, nanotype of ore. Many tigers, leopards, rhinoceroses, and wild boars inhabit here. There is a bird that resembles a golden-plumed, named Lanyu Falena bird, which brings peace to the realm upon its appearance. Another 200 ri west lies Langshao, Shan Dragonhead Mountain, where the sun side is rich in gold and iron. The Jitua water flows east to the river, containing exquisite jade. Another 200 ri west is Luotai Shan Deer Platform Mountain, with white jade peaks and silver bases, many wild cattle and sheep, as well as a bird resembling a rooster crowing, named Waiwei Sign of War. The Bird Danger water flows west to the Red Water, rich in danfu date. Southwest of 2 ri lies Bird Danger Mountain, where the sun side abounds in odor stones and the shade side in red cedar, containing many Nuchang Shan. Another 400 ri west is Xiao Chu Shan Minor Next Mountain, with white jade peaks and red copper bases. There is a beast resembling a monkey with white hair and red feet, named Zhui White Monkey, which is toxic to humans upon touching. Its wildlife includes wild oxen, sheep, and deer that come down in rain. After traveling westward by 300 li, there is a mountain known as Dasi Great Peak, where the sun side abounds with ochre and the shade side is filled with emerald green. Westward by 400 li, there is a mountain called Xuanwu, Fragrant Wood, barren of vegetation, rich in gold and jade. Westward by 250 li, we find a mountain of diverse beasts, its summit adorned with kingly jade, and its base filled with sandalwood and gold. Westward by another 400 li lies the mountain of Zhuiyang Bright Sun, abundant with trees like Zai woodnut and Modern red tree, and wildlife including rhinos, elephants, tigers, Kyo Sho, mythical creature, and wild oxen. The Huang water originates here, flowing west to join the Red Water, containing danfu red fruits. Its fauna includes rhino deer. Westward by 500 li, there's the mountain of Huanggrain Yellow Emperor, where gold and jade are abundant at the top, and blue male yellow and Qingxiang Huang blue iron sulfur below. Westward by 300 li, we encounter Znang Middle Emperor Mountain, its summit rich in gold, and its base with Hui cattail and Tang peach trees. Westward by 350 li lies Guang Western Emperor Mountain, its sunny side abundant with gold, and its shady side filled with iron. Its fauna includes mule deer, lin elk-like creature, and wild oxen. The 10 deities all have human faces and horse bodies. Westward by 300 li and 50 li, we come across Lai Shen Leather Mountain, famous for its sandalwood trees and a bird called Luluo, Roaring Bird, that feeds on humans. Throughout the first 2 western passages of the ancient classics, from Yanshan Seal Mountain to Lai Shan, there are 17 mountains spanning 4,140 li in total. The 7 other deities also have human faces but bull bodies, with 4 legs and 1 arm, walking on their own using a staff. These are the flying beasts gods. They are worshipped with small sacrifices, and their seats are made of white bamboo mats. The 10-tiered deities are worshipped by offering a single male chicken that is not plucked. Its feathers are collected. Westward by 3 passages, we come to Changgu, praise our mountain, south of the river, with a view of Zishi heap of graves in the north, and the distant lake in the south, west facing the emperor's hunting grounds, and east facing Kangwu deep pool. There is a tree with round leaves that are white on the outside and red inside, bearing fruit like jade date palm, which is edible. There is also an animal resembling an egret with 1 wing that can fly after gaining another. It is called Manman Striking Storm, and its appearance signals a great flood. Northwest by 300 li, we find Changshangsha Mountain where water emerges, flowing north to join a smaller river, devoid of plants, rich in Quexionghuang blue iron sulfur. Another 370 li northwest, we encounter Buju, Unending Mountain, overlooking the mountains of various pests, east facing Shen Deep Lake Thief, source of river water hidden beneath. There grows a wondrous fruit resembling a peach with leaves like jade palm, yellow on the outside and red inside. Consuming it bestows eternal youth. Northwest by 420 li, we arrive at Shangshan Upper Mountain. Lower Earth, where the trees are round and red stems, bearing yellow fruits that taste like candy. The water from this mountain flows west to Zizé Pure Water Lake, filled with white jade. Here is produced a jade elixir, boiling hot, consumed by Huangdi Yellow Emperor. It produces black jade. Between Shangshan and Zanasangshan Bell Mountain, spanning 460 li, lies a vast expanse of water teeming with strange birds, monsters, and fischl peculiarities. Where it appears, there are signs of great armies. A bird, transformed into a large eagle, resembles a phoenix with black markings on its head, red beak like a tiger's claw, and a cry akin to a dawn sparrow. Another 420 li northwest we find Enshin, whose offspring is G-Drum, resembling a human face but dragon body, slayer of the Quinluan golden crow bird. Westward, 320 li, Isisi River Mountain Daughter. Westward, 180 li, lies Tyre Mountain, where water flows out, westwards, into Luosha River. A drum also transforms into a creature resembling a crested lizard bird, with the form of a vulture, red feet and a straight beak, yellow markings and white head, sounding like a kite. Its appearance brings drought to the region. Abundant with text-marked eels, they resemble koi with fish bodies and bird wings, blue markings, white heads, red beaks, and often travel the western sea, swimming in the eastern sea by night, their cries sounding like guanxi birds, and they taste sour and sweet. Eating them drives people mad. The waters of Kuchu flow out northwards into a small river. Rich in ore, it contains gold, silver, yellow ochre, lapis lazuli, and jade. Its sunny areas are filled with danbu, a type of grain, while its darker regions have trees resembling birds without feathers. Northward, facing the various unknown place names, the spirit of the mountain, a creature with a horse's body and human face, tiger markings and bird wings, roams the 4 seas, its cry like thunder. Westward, gazing at the great marshes, it is the realm of Hui. Southwards, facing Kunlun, its light blazes brightly, its essence is spiritual and ethereal. Abundant with jade, it also has trees resembling a specific type of bird. There is an impure water source, its clarity pristine. Eastward, facing Hengshan, 4 peaks stand tall, each is inhabited by one of the endless spirits. Northward, unknown place names are home to various spirits, including the eagle-headed spirit of Hui's enclosure and a bird that resembles a vulture. A heavenly beast appears with a bull's body, 8 legs, and 2 horsetail heads. It sounds like the roar of a king, heralding wars in the land. Southwestward, 400 li, lies Kunlun Mountain, the true lower realm of the emperor, guarded by Shenlua Wang. A beast resembling a sheep with 4 horns, named Tuxi, devours people. Its divine guardian takes the form of a tiger with 9 tails and a human face. It oversees the heaven's 9 departments in the emperor's parks. A bird like a bee, large as a pigeon, named Qin Yuan, kills other birds and insects. Another bird, the Chixing, oversees the emperor's 100 garments. A grass named Shang Pengbing grows in the form of a mustard plant, tasting like green onions. Eating it causes exhaustion. There is a tree resembling a tangerine, golden flowers with red fruits. Its taste resembles lychee without a seed, called shatan, capable of averting water. Rivers flow out, south to Wudao, and southeast to Pantian Shui. Another river flows southwest to Chu Tua Shui. Black waters empty into a grand pole. Westward, flowing 400 li, is Luosha River, reaching Wenmu Mountain 200 li hence. Westward, 370 li, lies Liu Mountain, where peach water flows westwards into Yizi, abundant with white jade. It also contains fish-like creatures with serpent bodies and 4 legs, called. The divine guardian there resembles a person with a leopard tail. Its upper regions are filled with jade, while lower areas lack water. Northwestward, 350 li, lies Yushan, the home of the Western Queen Mother. She appears human-like with a leopard's tail and teeth, blowing a horn, adorned with feathers, and capable of summoning thunder. A beast resembling a dog with leopard markings and horns named Jing is also here. Its barks resemble dog howls, warning of impending misfortune in its lands. A bird like a red, named Shengju, eats fish. Its cries sound like a log. It brings floods to the region. Westward, 480 li, lies Sanyu Mountain, barren and without vegetation. Water issues forth, flowing south to join the Blackwater, abounding in Dan-Af and green male cinnabar duck. After a further 300 li west we come to Jiji Mountain, where a stone gate is located. River water bursts through from the west, forming this mountain, abundant with every kind of thing. All its beasts have striped tails and its birds have crowned heads. Another 200 li west brings us to Changliu Mountain, home to the deity White Emperor, Shanhai, abundant in textured jade. This is truly the palace of the Stone Demon Lord. This deity presides over reflection. A further 280 li west leads to Zhongyu Mountain, devoid of plants, resplendent with jade and emeralds. There exists a strange beast resembling a red leopard with 5 tails and 1 horn, its sound akin to striking stones. It is known as the Fierce One. Another 300 li west lies Yin Mountain, where murky waters rise before flowing south to Fan's Lake, teeming with textured shells. A bird with 1 foot, a red body, blue-white beak and white feathers appears like a crane. It is called Biwin and its cry signals fire in the village. A beast akin to a white-headed fox, capable of averting misfortune, dwells here and is known as Tiangu. Another 200 li west brings us to Fuji Mountain, its peak adorned with red date palms and its lower reaches brimming with gold and jade. Jiangyu resides here. This mountain is renowned for its strange rains and the origin of winds and clouds. A further 220 li west stands Sanwei Mountain, inhabited by 3 blue birds. Spanning 100 li, it boasts beasts resembling cows with 4 horns and white bodies, known as Zaora and Zaoyin. They eat plants. There are also birds with 1 head and 3 bodies akin to the Luoqiao bird, called Ji. Another 190 li west is Ma-Gi Mountain, its peak composed of jade without stone. The elderly deity Guiyang resides here, his voice always resonating like bells and gongs. Serpents abound beneath. A further 350 li west leads to Tian Shan, rich in gold and jade with traces of green male cinnabar. Another 290 li west is Yushan, home to the deity. Its peak abounds in short-bodied jade, its sunward side in jade of jade and jade, while its moonward side boasts green male cinnabar. The river Ying flows forth. Southwestward it enters Tangu, where a divine being exists resembling a red pouch, with legs and wings but no eyes. It understands music and dance, truly the emperor of rivers. This mountain faces the setting sun. It is where the breath of red light emanates from. Westward flowing for 100 li, we arrive at Wingwang Mountain, devoid of plants, rich in gold and jade. A beast akin to a fox with 3 tails appears here, named Hu. It sounds like 1,000 voices, capable of averting misfortune, wear it and ailments are banished. A bird resembling a black crow with 6 tails and a penchant for laughter dwells here as well. Known as Qiaoqing, it grants immunity from boredom and can also avert misfortune. From the west, encompassing 3 sacred paths to Wingwang Mountain, there are 23 mountains spanning 6,744 li in total. All these deities possess rams' heads and human bodies. Their sacrifices involve 1 rare jade, buried with a bundle of millet. For the 4th sacred path west, we come upon Yin Shan, its peak laden with poplars and devoid of stone. Its vegetation includes wild vines and yams. Yin water flows forth, coursing west to join the Low River. North of here by 50 li lies Lao Shan, rich in feathergrass. Another 70 ri north brings us to Zhongshan, abundant with red date palms on its summit and iron below. Ziju water issues forth, flowing into the river. Shui water flows forth, merging with the river. Another 200 li west is Bird Mountain, topped with oak trees and teeming with bamboo. Iron abounds in its shade and jade adorns its sunward side. At a distance of 120 li to the north, there is a mountain called Shangshan, with no vegetation but numerous sharp stones. Below are many types of hazel trees. The birds here have the appearance of partridges, flying with their mustaches, and their flesh is not palatable. Hot water issues forth, flowing east into the river. 180 li further north is called Zhuji Mountain, where a river emerges and flows east into the river. This mountain is covered in wood but devoid of vegetation. Wild animals do not inhabit it, and there are many snakes. It abounds in cold stones. A river starts here, flowing east into the river. Another 180 li to the north is named Hoshan. Its trees are predominantly lacquer and palm, while its herbs include medicinal plants like Banlan Jandicogamia digitata. 220 li further on is Yufan Mountain. Its shade is rich in iron, while its sunlit side has plenty of copper. The animals include white wolves and white tigers, and the birds have white feathers. A river emerges from its shade, also flowing east into the river. 150 li to the west is Baiyu Mountain, with abundant pine and cedar trees at the top and bottom respectively. It is inhabited by cattle and sheep, and has many birds. The Low River flows from its sunny side, feeding into Wei River, while waters from the mountain's gloom join another river that feeds into the Beishui White Water. 300 li to the northwest is Shanhai Mountain, a bare peak covered in snow both summer and winter. It has no plants. The Shen River flows from its summit, disappearing beneath the mountain, where there are numerous white jade stones. Another 55 li west is Jing River Mountain. The Jin River emerges here, southeastward into Wei River, and it contains plenty of platinum and white jade. 120 li further west is Gangshan. Abundant in plum trees, it has valuable king's tear, a type of jade. A river starts from here, flowing north into Wei River. This area abounds in supernatural beings resembling humans with animal bodies. They have 1 foot and 1 hand, and their voice sounds like a bell. Another 200 li west is Gangshan's Tail, where the Low River originates, flowing northward into the river. It has many wild boars with rat-like bodies and dog-like barks. 350 li further west is Ying Mountain, its top covered in lacquer trees and bottom rich in gold and jade. All animals are white. A river emerges from here, north into Linjiang Wetland, containing many fish with snake heads and 6 legs, resembling the ear, which bring good luck if eaten. 300 li west of Ying Mountain is Zhonk Mid-Curve Mountain. Its sunny side has much jade, while its shady side has yellow earth, white jade, and gold. There are animals resembling horses but entirely white with 1 horn and tiger claws. They make a drum-like noise and are named Ma Jiao. They eat tigers and leopards and can be used in warfare. There is also a tree like tangerine that bears red fruits the size of melons, called Baimu Cup Tree. Eating it increases strength. 260 li further west is Giksu Giai Mountain. Atop this mountain are animals resembling bulls with shaggy fur, known as Qiangqi. They bark like dogs and eat humans. A river starts from here, flowing south into Yangshui, containing many yellow mussels and fish named Yingyu, which have a bird's body but fly like ducks. Their appearance signals great floods in the town. 220 li west of Giai Mountain is a mountain where birds and mice share dens. Its top is covered in white tigers and white jade. The Wei River emerges here, flowing east into the river system. It has many fish resembling mouth orifice fish that move and cause wars in their towns. The sunny side has many turtles, while the shady side abounds in jade. Abundant water from the west flows west into Han River, teeming with upper and lower like a type of fish, and the left fish right-wing fish. They resemble copper money when struck together, producing a clinking sound, and are said to produce jade and pearls. 360 li southwest is Junshanjun Mountain. Its top is covered in red trees resembling rhubarb with large fruits that look like gourds. Containing red seals and black spots, eating them can cure madness and fire. A river starts from here, flowing west into the sea. It contains many hard stones. There is an animal, its form like a horse body with bird wings, face of a snake. It is a good omens and named Kuhu. There is a bird, resembling the no, a bird with a human face and dog tail named after itself. Its appearance indicates a severe drought in the region. In total, there are 19 mountains from Yin Mountain downwards to Kunsag Hill, covering 3,680 Li Chinese mile. Their rituals and offerings all use a white rooster, with straw made of rice flour, and mats woven from white bamboo. To the west, there are 77 mountains, extending 17,517 Li to the north, known as the West Chronicles. The first mountain in the North Chronicles is Shan of Single Fox, dense with fir trees and abounding in colorful flora. Water named Fen encounters here, flowing westward into a smaller stream that feeds a lake of moss, teeming with stonefish. 250 Li further north lies Mountain of Seeking Like, bare and rocky with no vegetation. Water named Lu emerges from it, flowing into various waters, rich in slippery fish. They resemble fish single, red-backed with sounds like an owl. Eating them cures warts. There are also water horses resembling a horse, with one horn slightly curved and the name Fausu, capable of extinguishing fire. Another 300 Li north lies Band Mountain, rich in jade on top and blue-green below. An animal resembles a horse with one angular horn, named Fausu, can open up flames. A bird resembling a crow, with 5 colors and red patterns is named Chi-Chi, considered both male and female. Eating it doesn't cause disease. Continuing 400 Li north is Mountain of Bright Horn. Pang water flows out, joining Lake of Moss, teeming with chi fish, like chickens with red fur, 3 tails, 6 feet and 4 heads, with sounds like magpies. Eating them can alleviate sorrow. Water named Ji issues from it, flowing into the river. The area abounds in Hiale fish, 1 head with 10 bodies, with sounds like a barking dog. Eating them causes sores. An animal resembles a deer with red fur. Its sound like a pomegranate, called Meng, capable of repelling evil. Another 350 Li north is Mountain of Light, where River Ru flows out and joins the river. Rich in hoo-hoo fish resembling crows with 10 wings, all scales at the ends of feathers, with sounds similar to crows. These can also repel fire and cure ailments. The mountain top has many pine trees, while the bottom is brown bamboo, with many species of goat-like animals and birds. Further 380 Li north lies Mountain of Hu, rich in lacquer on top and camphor below. Its sunny side abounds in jade, while the shady side is filled with iron. Water named Yi flows out, joining the river. Many camel-like creatures dwell here, as well as many birds that look like mice with bird wings, mimicking sheep's sounds, can repel weapons. Another 400 Li north reaches Hu Mountain's tail, covered in jade without stones. Fish water emerges and joins the river, rich in patterned shells. 200 Li further north is Dangsun Mountain, abundant with yue trees and garlic fields, also rich in red dan berries. Water named Shun flows out, joining Tang water. Stone Mountain lies 280 Li further north, barren except for jade and yaobei stones. An animal looks like a mouse but has deer legs and head, sounds like a dog barking, can fly using its tail, called ear mouse. Eating it prevents diseases, and it can repel hundreds of poisons. Water named Sea flows out into the river. An animal looks like a leopard but has white markings on black fur, called Mangjiu, excellent at hiding, with sounds like its own name. Water named Fan flows out to Young Lake. 110 Li north is Spring Border Mountain, abundant with artichokes, chrysanthemums, garlic, peaches, and plums. An animal looks like a rabbit but has a fox's body, loves to laugh, lies down when it sees people, called Silent Bird, sounds like its own name. After traveling 220 Li north, there is a mountain called Manli, with no grass or trees. Another 800 Li north, there is a mountain named Danzong, with no vegetation. There is also a bird that lives in flocks and flies together, its feathers like a female pheasant, called Jia Onyu, which chirps self-invokingly when it eats. There are beasts on it that resemble a cross between a hill and a leopard, with a mane, cow's tail, pigeon wings, and horse's hooves. They bellow when they see people, named Zhuiyao, and their cry is self-invoking. A beast lives here that resembles a leopard with a long tail, a human head, and cattle ears. It has 1 eye, and is called Zhulai, happily barking as it walks while gripping its tail. Water from the Jishi flows south and merges into the Pani. 320 I north of here, there is a mountain called Guantian, with many holly and hackberry trees on top and plenty of sand and sharp stones below. There is also a bird resembling a pheasant with a feathered head, white wings, and yellow feet, named Bainu, which chirps self-invokingly. Eating it causes a sore throat. A beast lives here that resembles a cow with a white tail, making sounds like Guanjiao. It's named Nafu, There is also a bird resembling a female pheasant with a human facet leaps when people approach, called Kansi, chirping self-invokingly. Water from the Han flows west and merges into the Yuzhe, which contains magnetite. 200 li north of Guantian, there's a mountain named Panhu, with many pines and chestnuts below, and abundant jade and iron in its sunlit and shaded areas respectively. A beast resembling a cow with 4-part fur growths, some call it Jinyu. Water from the Bayan flows south into the Jishi. 230 li north of Panhu, there's a mountain called Xiaohan, devoid of vegetation, snowy in winter and summer. 280 li north we find Dahuan, another barren mountain with no plants below. It is rich in jade. Here lives a snake named Changshe with fur like a pig and sounds resembling drums. 320 li further north lies Danyu Mountain, abundant in redwoods and grasses. Water from Danyu flows west into the Yuzhe, also containing magnetite. 200 li beyond Danyu is the mountain of Shaohan, devoid of plants, predominantly blue-green. A beast resembling a cow with a red body, human face and horse feet, called Kui, makes sounds like an infant. It eats humans. 200 li north of Shaohan is Yufu Mountain. Water from Dongsu flows east into the Yamen River, which has many fish called fish market that are poisonous if eaten. Water from the Xiangzi flows northeast and merges into Tai. The water is rich in fish nestfish resembling carps with chicken feet. Eating them causes warts. Just 2 li north lies the North Peak Mountain, rich in bitter jujube and robust trees. A beast resembles a dog with a human face, adept at throwing things. It laughs when it sees people, named June, which brings strong winds upon its appearance. A beast here resembles a cow with 4 horns, a human face, cattle ears, and pig's feet. It's called Zhui, sounds like a screeching bird, and eats humans. Water from Zhuhi flows west into the Fenghe River, which contains fish called fish delicacy. They look like fish with dog heads, making infant-like sounds, and eating them drives people mad. 180 li north of North Peak is Hungsi Mountain, barren, abundant in copper and jade. Water from Hungsi flows west into the sea. A serpent with a 2-headed body, called Fiu. 100 li further is Sekui Mountain, without vegetation, predominantly horses. 50 li north lies Baidan Mountain, also devoid of plants, rich in leek and garlic. 180 li north is Baishan, another horse-abundant mountain, with a river named Fresu flowing northwest into the Tuahe. Traveling north by 77 li, there is a mountain called Iz with many horses. There is a beast whose form resembles a leopard with a spotted head, named Y. A river flows from it, heading east to enter Taze, where dragon turtles are abundant. From the single Fox Mountain to his mountain, spanning 25 mountains in all, 5,490 li, the deities are all human-faced snake bodies. They are worshipped with offerings of a single rooster or pig burial, making it unwholesome. People from the northern side of these mountains live on raw, fireless food. North of the second river course at the eastern bank, known as Guanhe, its head rests on the Fen River. It is called Pipe-Slitting Mountain. Its peak lacks trees but abounds in grass, and its depths are rich in jade. The Fen River flows from it to the east, joining the river. Another 250 li west is the mountains of Xiaoyang. Its peak is covered in jade, while its depths boast red-silver. Acid water emerges from there, flowing eastward into the Fen River, brimming with beautiful red earth. 50 li further north lies County Yong Mountain Daughter. Its peaks are rich in jade, and its depths in copper. Its beasts include the Nianyu antelope and white pheasants. Jin River emanates from it, flowing southeastward to merge with the Fen River, where numerous fish resembling a mouth with red scales live. They make a sound like a scream when eaten, but do not become arrogant. 200 li north of there stands Fox Branch Mountain, treeless and rich in blue-green hues. Winning water emanates from it, flowing northeastward into the Fen River, teeming with azure jade. 350 li further north lies White Sands Mountain, covering an area of 300 li, all sand without vegetation or wildlife. Tuna water rises from its peak, sinking beneath its depths where white jade is abundant. 400 li beyond that we find Early Mountain, treeless and waterless. Another 380 li north lies the Mad Mountain, also devoid of trees, bearing snow in both summer and winter. Water flows from it, westward to join the Flying Water, rich in exquisite jade. The water of Zuyo runs east, merging with the River of Deer. 350 li further north is the mountain called Zuyo. its peaks rich in copper and jade, while its depths are dominated by pine and cypress. Its inhabitants include wild horses with white bodies and one horn, sounding like a cry. Another 35 li north lies Jew Mountain, where jade abounds on top and copper below. It's called the Ho bird. It eats people. There is a beast here resembling a human face in a sheep body, its eyes under its armpits, tiger teeth and claws of a man, making a sound like a baby. 300 li north of there stands North Ha Mountain, rockless with jade-rich sunny slopes. A beast like a white tiger with a canine head, horsetail and pigbeard lives here, named the Solo Valley. There is also a bird resembling a crow with human face, flying at night but hiding during the day. Its meat causes severe sunstroke after eating. Water flows from the mountain, east to join the pool of water, teeming with beautiful jade horses. 350 li further north lies Liangchu Mountain, treeless and rich in gold and jade. A river runs from there, heading east into Yamen, where the creatures include the Jiji, a beast like a crow with a red fur, sounding like a piglet. It snows in summer. 400 li north of Yamen lies Gugrin Mountain, treeless. There is also a bird resembling a boastful father, four-winged, one-eyed, and dog-tailed, called the Ha bird. It sounds like a magpie. Its meat causes abdominal pain. 380 li further north is Lake Grand Mountain, sunny side rich in jade, while the shaded areas are covered in blue, abundant in horses. There's a workshop for making wooden items there. Its leaves resemble those Offa but are red. The water of Lake Grand flows east to the sea, teeming with fish called Fish Dan. 500 li further north, along the river, where it flows through sand for 300 li, is Mount Heng, rich in gold and jade at the top. 3. All without branches, reaching heights of 100 chi. A tree bearing 100 fruits grows there, and below it are many strange snakes. Further north by 300 li is the mountain Danti, bare of vegetation, rich in gold and jade, facing the North Sea. Their spirits are all serpent-headed human-faced beings. Between Mount Guandingshan and Dunti Mountain, spanning the next two meridians, lie 17 mountains stretching 5,690 li day. The first peak in the third meridian is Taihang Mountain. They are worshipped with a rooster and pig sacrifice. A single beautiful jade and king's goo, a type of gem, are offered, left without any residue. Its summit is known as Gi Shan, adorned with gold and jade, with green below. There is a beast resembling a sheep with 4 horns and a horse-like tail with a spur. It's called Ma Jun, known for its homing abilities. Another 200 li northeast lies Longhu Mountain, barren and rich in gold and jade. A bird exists there, resembling a white magpie with red tail, 6 feet. Its name is Owl. It's said to be terrified of loud noises. The river Jing flows forth, eastwards into the river. It teems with human fish resembling a fish emperor with 4 legs and baby-like sounds. Eating them confers immunity from illness. There's a beast resembling a white dog with a black head. It takes flight at the sight of humans, called Tiama. Further 200 li northeast is Machang Mountain, abundant in textile stone on its peak and gold and jade underground. Another bird exists, resembling a crow, white-headed and blue-bodied yellow feet, named Qingao or Jupu. It's said to never feel hungry after eating, conferring longevity. The river Baoshan emanates from there, flowing southwest into Chang's. Its produce is sour, ripening every 3 years, but can cause illness upon consumption. 70 li northeast is Jishan, with jade on its peak and copper below. It's covered in pine and bamboo, and the grass is mostly pithy. Another 200 li northeast lies Tiangqi Mountain, barren of vegetation and rich in textile stone. A creature like a rabbit with a mouse head flies on its back. It's called Flying Mouse. The river Han flows from there, disappearing underground, where it mixes with yellow ochre. Further east by 300 li is Yangshan, with jade on top and gold copper below. There's a beast resembling a bull with a tail, neck like a crane, called Linghu. Its cry drives people mad upon hearing. The river Liu flows from there south into the river. Its water is bitter and can induce vomiting upon consumption. Another bird exists, resembling a red pheasant with 5-colored plumage. It determines its gender itself, named Elang, or snakebird. Further 350 li east lies Yanmen Mountain, rich in jade on top, yellow ochre below, and dolerite stone. After 100 li north lies Wengyu Mountain, dense in stones. The river Yu emanates from there, northwestwards into Taze. There are 2 mountains here. One is 300 chi wide, known as Fa Maran Mountain, adorned with gold and jade. Another 300 li northeast is Jiaoshan, with abundant jade but no stones. Its water, named Jiaoshui, flows west into the river, running dry in winter and flowing in summer. It's essentially a seasonal river. Further south by 300 li lies Jingshan, overlooking Yampaize and Shaoze. Its upper regions have grass like Qinjiao, lower parts are rich in ochre, and sunlight on its sides brings out jade. A bird exists there, resembling a snake with 4 wings, 6 eyes, 6 feet. It's called Suanyu. Its cry strikes terror into townsfolk. Further 320 li southeast is Pingshan. Another 320 li southeast lies Mengsman Mountain, rich in blue jade and gold, lower parts with yellow ochre, dolerite stone beneath. Water flows above and below, a beautiful jade. High water rises, south flowing into the river. Text continues with similar structure. Eastward 200 rai, named Jingshan, with beautiful jade, many trees and bamboo. Its sun side has red copper, its shade has dark stone. Northward 170 rai, named Saishan, with gold and silver on top, bamboo and blue-green below. Rest of the text follows this pattern. Dan water flows south to the river, thin water goes southeast to Huangzi. The rest of the text details various mountains, waters, animals, and objects with their descriptions and locations. The water from fertile land flows eastward and empties into Theok, where there are many upper 3 fields, lower stones. The iron-flowing water emanates and heads north towards the vast marsh. After traveling 180 re, it is called White Horse Mountain, with abundant stone jewels on its sunny side and iron on its shady side, also rich in red bronze. The Wood Horse water issues forth and flows eastward before emptying into the upper, lower Ho River. Following another 200 ri, we come to the Empty Eye Mountain, devoid of plants or trees, with snow in winter and summer. The Empty Eye water emanates and flows eastward into the upper, lower Ho River. After 300 ri further north, it is the Taixi Mountain, also treeless, abundant in gold and jewels. There is a creature here that resembles a sheep, with 1 horn and 1 eye located at the back of its head. It is called Yangdong, and its cry comes from Cross Square. The Lady Water flows out from its sunny side, southwards feeding the Quan Water. The water of the upper, lower Ho River flows out and empties into the Luo Kumi Water. Another 300 ri north, it is the Stone Mountain, rich in buried gold and jewels. The Ho water emanates and flows eastward into the upper, lower Ho River. The Sianyu water also starts here, flowing southward into the upper, lower Ho River. After 200 ri further north, we find the Child Soldier Mountain. The Gao Tuo water flows out and joins the Luo Qmi water. Following another 300 ri north, it is the Hai's Mountain. The nourishing water emanates and flows southward into the upper, lower Ho River. Its trees are mostly palm-like and its grass mostly striped. The Xiao Ku water flows out and empties into the river. Another 300 ri further north, we come to the Land Mountain, rich in fine jade. The fine jade water emanates from here, flowing eastward before joining the river. 120 ri further north, we find the Yan Mountain, abundant in stones. After 200 ri more to the north, it is the Yishan Mountain with water emanating and flowing east into the river. The Yan water flows out and empties into the river. The Lu River water emanates here, flowing east into the river, with shifu fish that can kill if eaten. Another 400 ri north, it is the Dry Mountain, treeless, with gold and jewels on its sunny side and iron on its shady side, yet no water. Another 500 li of mountain range and 500 li of water journey end at the Ravage Mountain, devoid of plants or trees, resplendent with jade, its creatures mostly ho-ho and its birds mostly long-staying. A creature resembling a cow with 3 legs appears here. It is called Square Origin, and its bellowing comes from Cross Square. Another 500 li north, we reach the Lun Mountain. The Lun water emanates and flows east into the river. Here we find a creature like a deer with a tail at the back of its head, named Jia. Yet another 500 li further north, it is the Rockstone Mountain. The Rope water flows out and joins the river, where many pui fish live. At the bottom are jade treasures, beneath which lie green gems. Another 500 li of water journey ends at the Yamen Mountain, treeless. After 400 more ri of water flow, we reach Taze. There is a mountain here called the Imperial Capital Mountain, 100 li in width, barren of trees or plants, yet rich in gold and jewels. To the west it overlooks the Capital Mountain where bathing water emanates. Further north, 50 ri away, is the Shaoxiang Mountain on Mufeng, facing the Chicken Call Mountain to the north, with winds like left wind, right 3 powers. There are serpents here with red heads and white bodies. Their cries resemble cows, and upon sighting them, severe droughts can be expected. In total, covering a distance of 4,600 ri from the Taihang Mountain to the No-Meeting Mountain, there are 46 mountains, encompassing 2,350 li wide. 14 gods have pig-like bodies with jade treasures. They are not buried but placed on altars. 20 gods appear in the form of horses with human faces. They are all worshipped using one upper grass, lower official ritual. 10 gods resemble pigs with 8 legs and snake tails. They are each honored with a wall burial. All these deities are not offered fire or cooked food. In general, the rituals for 44 gods involve Hou glutinous rice offerings. The geographical description of the right northern mountains, comprising a total of 87 mountains, spans 23,230 li Chinese miles. The foremost mountain in the East Mountain collection is called Wooded Command Upper Ox Left Insect Lower Insect Mountain, facing north towards the Dry Taste. A water source originates here and flows northeastward into the sea. Abundant with fish resembling pears with ox-like features and hog-like sounds, it is said that hearing them signals a severe drought. South of this, 300 li away, lies Wood Season Mountain, characterized by abundant gold and jade on its peaks and blue-green stones at its base. A creature resembling a dog with 6 legs named Follow-Along resides here, its bellowing emanating from crossed lines. There are also birds resembling chickens but covered in mouse fur, known as upper this lower insect mice, which portend drought when spotted. The only water river flows northward, meeting the lake water and continuing onwards to the sea, teeming with fish. Further south, 400 li away, is Gower Mountain, devoid of vegetation or water. The Fan Stratum Mountain, 300 li south of that, lacks vegetation but is abundant in sand. The salt water river flows northward into the sea, inhabited by fish. Southward, 400 li brings us to High Mister's Mountain, rich in jade and bamboo slate at its base. The All Springs River emerges, flowing east towards a marsh filled with gold and jade. Another 300 li south lies Yu Mountain, abundant in bamboo and dogwood. The Pure Water River flows eastward into the marsh, also teeming with gold and jade. Wood Talent Mountain, 300 li further south, is bare of vegetation but features substantial water sources. Here dwells a creature resembling a proud father with pig-like fur, its bellowing signaling severe flooding when heard. The Solitary Mountain, 300 li south, boasts gold and jade atop and beautiful stone below. Its waters flow eastward into the Yangtze River, abundant with water jade. Bamboo Mountain, 300 li hence, lies along the Yangtze River, devoid of vegetation but rich in jadeite and amethyst. The Sparkling Water River emerges, joining the Marriage Water, teeming with emaciated fish. Offerings are made using a single dog for prayer and a fish for ritual purposes. The East Mountain collection's initial 12 mountains, from Wooded Command. Lower Insect to Bamboo Mountain, stretch over 3,600 li Chinese miles, and all feature divine guardians in human dragon forms. A beast with a bull-like body and tiger stripes, bellowing like a gong, is named Chai Ling, signaling flooding when its cry is heard. The second collection's commencement, Empty Eye Mountain, faces the food water in the north, overlooks Wu Lake in the east, Sha Ling a location in the south, and Washing a right upper people right lower Sun Yum, a body of water in the west. Southward, 600 li brings us to Xiaoxi Mountain, where bird-infested, treeless landscapes dominate. Continuing southwest for 400 li is the Mu Sao Mountain, abundant in gold and jade on its peaks and white limestone at its base. The Nu Sao water flows eastward into the Girl Sparkling Water, inhabited by iridescent pearls. Journeying south along the waters for 500 li, sand shifts 3 times per ri ancient Chinese unit of distance, eventually reaching Ge Mountain at its tail end, a barren landscape teeming with sharp rocks. Traveling south 380 ri, there is a mountain called the Peak of Ge, without grass or trees. The river Shi originates here, flowing east to enter Yuze. Within it are many pearl snails. They resemble mouths with eyes, having 6 legs with pearls, and their taste is sour and sweet, harmless to eat. The scattered waters from here flow east, entering Huangshu. Traveling south 380 ri, there is a mountain called the Upper and Lower Mountain of Yu. Its peaks are covered in cedar left and dan right, while its valleys are filled with Jing, a type of vine. There is a beast. It looks like a hare but has a bird's beak, Pingshi a type of snake tail, and sleeps when it sees humans, named the Huli. Its call sounds like an intersection, and its appearance brings locusts to ruin. Traveling south 300 rai, there is a mountain called Dufu, barre of trees and abundant in water. The text continues with similar descriptions for several more mountains and their unique features. Again, the southern water flows 500 li and is called Liusha flowing sand. There are large snakes on top and many jade stones. After 50 li, there's a mountain named Jizhui heel support, covering an area of 200 square li without any grass or trees. There are fish that look like carp. There's a body of water covering 40 square li, all rushing, known as Deep Pool, with many giant turtles within. And there are 6-legged birds with tails called Yuhi fish-like bird, or Yujia, same origin as the name. Further south, the water flows 900 li to a mountain named Fu Mei Corner of the Foot, where grass and trees abound, and gold and jade are plentiful. There is an animal that resembles a bull with a horse's tail, called Jing, resonating spirit, and its cry echoes from Yuhi. This mountain covers 100 square li. Again, the southern water flows 500 li, with 300 li of Liusha, reaching a mountain without a slope facing the south, gazing at the young sea to the south and looking towards the wooden forest to the east, all barren and windy. In total, from the Shaohu Dead Horse Mountain to the mountain without a slope, covering 3 main eastern routes, there are 9 mountains spanning 6,900 li. All these divine beings have human bodies with ram's horns. Their altars use 1 male goat, and rice made of glutinous rice. These gods can cause wind, rain, and flooding when seen. Further east, the first mountain of the 4th main route is called Beihao North Beacon, overlooking the North Sea. Water flows from here, heading northeast and entering the sea. There is a tree resembling a willow that bears red fruits like dates without a pit, tasting sour-sweet, harmless to consume. There is an animal that looks like a wolf with red fur, small mouse eyes, and sounds like a pig, called Luotan dangerous target, a cannibal. There is also a bird resembling a chicken but with white head, mouse feet, and tiger claws, named Gijin Fiery Pounder, or Jinian, same origin as the name, also a cannibal. 300 li further south lies Yanshan Horned Mountain, devoid of plants. A blue-colored water source emerges here, flowing west into a body of water called Chan Shui, displaying water, rich in fish resembling carp with large heads that don't harm humans when eaten. Another 320 li south is Dongshi Eastern Beginning, mountain where the upper part abounds in green jade. There is a tree similar to a willow, but with red bark and sap like blood, without fruit, called Cheng Red, suitable for horse consumption. 230 li southeast lies Niucheng Minister's Peak Mountain, with no plants. Water flows from here, heading northeast into the sea, rich in beautiful shells and fish resembling mackerel with 1 head and 10 bodies, smelling foul when eaten. When seen, it causes severe drought. A limestone water source emerges here, flowing west into a body of water called Ushui Gurgling Water, rich in thin fish resembling minnows with 1 eye and serpentine sound, akin to the European robins. 200 li southeast is Chengshan Clean Mountain, abundant in gold and jade but devoid of stone. Water flows from here, heading north into Gaoze Deep Pool, rich in fish resembling carp and textured shells. When seen, it causes severe drought. There is an animal that resembles a pig with teeth, called Den Kong, resonating strength, mimicking the Yui cry. 200 li southeast lies Zitong, son of Pine Mountain. Water from here flows west into a body of water called Yushui Fish Pond. It is rich in fish bones resembling fish with bird wings, visible in sunlight. Its sound resembles the cooing of doves. When seen, it causes severe drought. 200 li northeast lies Keishan Carved Mountain, abundant in gold and jade. There is an animal that resembles a pig with a human face, yellow body and red tail, called Hao, gaping mouth. It consumes humans and insects alike, and its sight causes great floods. Water flows only when it moves, and vegetation dies when it passes. Another 200 li northeast lies Tai Shan Great Mountain, with many gold and jade trees. Its cry turns water into dry land. When seen, it causes severe epidemics. There is an animal that looks like a bull with a white head, 1 eye, and a snake's tail, called Fensor. Water flows from here, heading north into Lao Shui Ancient Water, rich in fish bones. The mountain top abounds in trees. In total, from Beihao Mountain to Taishan, covering 4 main routes, there are 13 mountains spanning 22,800 li. Mountain Jing, the Mountain Jing, at the head of Mount Bao, is called the Mountain of Sweet Persimmon, from which two waters flow and drain into the river to the west. Beneath it grows a plant resembling an eggplant with leaf-like flowers. Its fruit turns yellow and forms pods, known as lin, useful for curing scrofula. There is also a creature that resembles a field mouse but is inscribed with characters, named left upper, leather on left lower, able on right. It is said to cause scrofula upon consumption. This tree has round stems and oval leaves, turns yellow with fur, and its fruit resembles a cluster. East of this mountain by 20 lies Lear Mountain, characterized by numerous holes and the presence of wood known as muan mulberry. If taken, one would never forget it. This area abounds in large fish resembling fish with red beaks and tails. Further east by 15 li is Channel Pig Mountain. Its peak is covered in bamboo, from which the Channel Pig water flows south to drain into the river. East of this mountain by 35 lies Konjing Deaf Mountain. It features numerous deep valleys filled with white lime, black, blue, and yellow limestones. East of this mountain by 15 li is the Mountain of Square Mark, abundant in red copper on its peak and iron in its shade. East by 70 li lies Tuopo Mountain. There grows a plant resembling an eggplant with red flowers. It turns yellow, forms pods, and is named Dije, a medicinal herb, useful for treating a condition. East of this mountain by 20 li is the Mountain of Golden Star, abundant in tianbing, a type of herb. East of this mountain by 70 li lies Tai Wei Mountain. It has a valley called Jiao Valley, rich in iron. East of this mountain by 15 li is the Mountain of Whole Valley. It abounds in red copper. Further east, 120 li away, lies Wulin Mountain, where holly-like grass grows in abundance. To the north, 30 li from here, is Naiyu Shao Mountain. There grows a plant named Gisao Ghost Grass, with leaves resembling those of an eggplant and red stems. Its flowers resemble wheat. It is said to be useful for preventing worry. Lao water flows from this mountain and drains into the whole river, where numerous flying fish reside, looking like minnows. North of this mountain by 40 lies Ho Mountain, whose trees are predominantly zhu, a type of tree. There exists a creature resembling a fox but with white tails and a mane. It is named Moon Rising and can be tamed to alleviate sorrow. Further north by 52 li lies the Mountain of Unified Valleys, abundant in Upper Square Mark, Lower Jian, a type of plant thorns. North of this mountain by 35 li is Yin Mountain, rich in polished stone and texturized stone. A small stream flows from here, where Di Tang, a type of tree, thrives. Its leaves resemble elm, while its fruit is like red beans. Northeast of this mountain by 400 li lies Wuazhou Mountain, abundant in red copper. There grows a plant named Rongsao Honorable Grass, resembling with chicken egg-like roots. Burning it releases a refreshing scent. The 15 mountains from the white sweet persimmon at the head of Mount Bao to Guozhou Mountain total 6,670 li in distance. Li are a type of burial mound and its rituals. The offering includes a whole goat for the spirits, wrapped with jade amulets. For the other 13 mountains, 1 sheep is used, and a bundle of bamboo is sealed with silk. They are buried without any markings. The bamboo seal refers to a bamboo stalk with its lower end rounded and upper part pointed, with a gold piece threaded through it in the middle. Above the peak of these mountains lies the Mountain of Fire Army, abundant in bamboo with many sika deer and birds resembling a type of bird. Fish water originates here, flowing west to join the Yi River. Southwest of this mountain by 200 li lies Fashi Mountain. Its peaks are rich in gold and jade, while its valleys contain hard rocks. Further west by 300 li lies Haoshan Mountain of Wealth, with no plants but abundant gold and jade. West of this mountain by another 300 lies Xian Shan Mountain of Freshness, also rich in gold and jade. North of these mountains by 300 li lies the Water of Kanging, flowing north to join the Yi River. Among many snakes, some have the appearance of human faces with the body of a wolf, wings like a bird, and they move like snakes. Their noise is like shouting, and when they appear in a town, great floods occur. Westward, 200 li, is Mount Kunwu. On top are many red copper mines. Westward, 120 li, ESE, Mountain Dart. There is a beast with the form of a pig but with horns. Its noise like a cry, named Upper Dragon, Lower Insect Lord, not to be approached. Water from flows north and enters the Yi River. On top are many gold and jade artifacts. Below are many blue male yellow. There is a tree like tangerine but red when ripe, named Mangkao Mang Grass, capable of poisoning fish. The Yi River flows from here eastwards and joins the Low River. Westward, 150 li is the mountain of spreading channels. Its top has many gold and jade artifacts. Below are many bamboo arrows. There is a beast called Meifu horse stomach, with the face of a human and the body of a tiger, its noise like a baby's cry. It eats humans. They are worshipped using fur and one fine jade, offered without incensing. The 9 mountains starting from Fire Army Mountains to the Mountain of Spreading Channels, a distance of 16 to 70 li, all have gods with human faces and bird bodies. The middle 3 are the peaks of the first 3 mountains, Aoan Arrogant Bank, rich in King Yanshuk and King Fu, jade on the sunny side. On the shady side are red clay and gold. The gods reside in a smoking pool where they often produce fine jade. Looking north at river forests, their color is like or rouge. There is a beast with the form of a white deer but 4-horned named Fuze Mr. Deer. Its appearance means the town will suffer a great flood. Looking north at river curves, there are many flying birds. Eastward 10 li is Qingyao Blue Path Mountain, the hidden capital of the emperor. Southward towards Tuat and Soil Single Shores, where Yu's father transformed. In the middle are piles of Pulu, a type of plant. This mountain is associated with women. Guarded by a Gishan ghost god, it has the form of a human face with leopard spots, small and with white teeth, piercing its ears for decoration. Its cry is like ringing jade. Water flows from here north into the river. There is a bird named Yuling Young Bird, resembling an egret's, blue body with red eyes and tail, edible and good for children's health. There is a grass named Shunkao Sungrass, looking like a mouth but round in stem, yellow flowers, red fruit, resembling a wood. It is worn by women to beautify their appearance. Eastward 10 li is Magi Horse Ghost Mountain, with beautiful jujube trees and King Yan and King Fu jade on the shady side. Water flows from here north into the river. There are many flying fish with bodies like pigs but red markings. Wearing them makes one immune to lightning and capable of commanding troops. Eastward 40 li is Yususu's mountain with many gold and jade artifacts. Below are trees named Mandru Yuk. Water from here flows north into the river, rich in yellow oysters. Eastward 20 li is a mountain. No plants grow on it, but it has plenty of jade teat. Considered the capital of 9 rivers, water flows from here with 5 turns and 9 streams that join north into the river. Among them are many green jade artifacts, guarded by a god named Taifang Great Harmony. Its form resembles a human face with a tiger tail, preferring to live on the sunny side of Upper-Lower Bound Mountain. It comes and goes with light. Taifang moves heaven and earth. The 5 mountains from Aoan to He, 440 li in total, are all associated with one another. Taifeng, Smoke Pool, and Giro god are worshipped with 1 ram. For the other gods, use a rooster. Offerings include a sheep's liver. 4th peak is Loami Deerfoot Mountain, abundant in jade at top and gold below. Sweet water flows from here north into the Yi River. Among them are many linear type of stone. Westward 50 li is Fuzi Pig Feed, mountain rich in Shishu, a type of stone. There is a beast with pig eyes, its name Upper Deer Lower Speech. After traveling west by 120 ri, there is a mountain called Li Shan. The water from Xingshu flows north into the Yi River. This mountain holds many secrets. On the sunny side, it abounds in jade. On the shady side, it has many supernatural creatures. It eats humans, named the Rhino Channel. There is a beast with a body like a cow, its color blue, and it sounds like a baby. The water of the Yoyang rivers flows from here and heads south into the Yi River. Another creature called Jiye, resembling a dog with scales, has fur like a pig's mane. The river Cower flows from here, heading north into the Low River. Its peak is adorned with kingly jade, while its base contains bronze. West by 200 ri, there is a mountain known as Jiwai, rich in cork trees and painted stones. This area is inhabited by many sheep. Westward by 200 ri more is the Mountain of Barriers, with much paint on top and brown material beneath. There is also a tree resembling Skazandra with leaves like bamboo shoots that bear pods. It's called Mu and can poison fish. West by another 200 ri, we find Baibian Mountain with gold and jade on its peak, and blue sulfur below. The river Fuhao springs forth, flowing west into the Low River. It contains water jewels and many fish. Its beasts include cattle and sheep, as well as birds with frayed feathers. A grass called Jinchi, red in color like a wild cherry, can also poison fish. West by 300 ri is Mount Matai, with techstone on top and bamboo arrows below. Westward by 350 ri lies the Mountain of Huzhou. These two mountains are in the Low River area. The River Lu originates here, heading northeast into the water of Shanhai, containing many intestinal objects. From Mount Lukai to Shanhai Mountain, encompassing 9 mountains and a distance of 1670 li, approximately 745 kilometers, their spirits all take on a human-animal hybrid form. They are worshipped with offerings of one white chicken, plucked but not cooked, used for ritual garments. Uth, abundant in jade, with a river Shishi that flows south into the Low River, containing fine jade. Liangyu Mountain, without trees but rich in painted stones. Other notable mountains include Middle 5 Mountains Wushan, where the river Xiang flows from, rich in strange stones. Shao Mountain, 300 ri east, abundant in mulberry trees and animal bones, known for its kingly jade and hawthorn trees. Chi Gulch Mountain, 300 ri east, a stoneless mountain with many odd rocks. Changju Mountain, 500 I northeast, rich in cypresses and peony root. Zhao Mountains, 10 ri north, abundant in blue jade and has a well that never runs dry in winter but evaporates in summer. Chenghu Mountain, 10 ri east, known for its fragrant wood and miscellaneous plants. Taoer Mountain, 500 ri east with beautiful clay deposits. Lishan Mountain, 10 ri so. The waters of Yan and Niu flow from here, one north into the Yellow River, another southeast into the La River. Wue Mountain, 10 ri southeast, abundant in abrasive stones and red copper. At 20 li further northeast, there's a mountain called Lingshan. Sulphurous water emerges from it, flowing north to join the river, where it contains many jade treasures. Its trees are abundant with zhu and jujubas, and its grasses include many kinds of fragrant herbs, rich in korsh, a type of plant. At 20 li further east, there is a mountain known as Yangsu, rich in gold, with water named Shuani flowing alongside it. All the mountains from the northern edge of the range from the mountain called Guilin to Yangshu total 16, spanning 2,982 li diet. A single precious stone is placed on top for use in prayers. Lingshan is a tomb. Its rituals involve offering a jade talisman, a ritual wine vessel, and a drum. The Shui water ceremony combines offerings of sacrifices, including one black dog at the top and a female chicken below, with the sacrifice of a female sheep. Its blood offered as part of the ritual. At 10 li west, there's a mountain named Yangi, devoid of trees but rich in gold and jade. A valley here is named Zhegu, characterized by numerous souths and shuo trees. Another 10 li further, we find an enigmatic mountain called Negi, known for its abundance of Wangyu and Wangfu jade on its shady side. There's a unique bird here resembling a mountain hen but with a long tail, red as fire, and a blue beak called the Liming or Yao bird. It calls out when approached but does not close its eyes after being fed. The Yan or Praying Cup River flows from Yangtze south to the Yellow River, while the Yui River arises in the mountain's shadow and flows north, joining the valley waters. At 30 li west, we come across Jiangze Mountain, its sunny side rich in gold while its shady side boasts fine stone. The sea-reverent water emerges from the sunny side and flows southeast to join the Yellow River. A smaller stream from the shade flows north into the valley. Another 30 li west is Lohu Mountain, bare vegetation, abundant in gold and jade. At 50 li west is Gushan Valley Mountain, with its upper reaches covered in zhu mulberry trees and lower areas dominated by Sano sage orange. The Qing Fresh River emerges here, flowing northwest to join the valley waters, where it contains lush green minerals. At 40 li west, we find Baishi Whitestone Mountain, where the Hui River emerges on the sunny side, flowing south to join the Yellow River. Within are water jewels and a stream that flows northwest into the valley, containing agate and red sandalwood stones. At 72 li west is Mishong, rich in jade on its southern slopes and iron on its northern ones. No vegetation exists here. Howie water flows out of this mountain, meandering south into the Yellow River, populated by spiral turtles resembling birds with fishtails and sound like clapping wood. 100 li west is Changshi Longstone Mountain, devoid of plants but rich in yellow jade. A valley here named Gonggu contains many bamboo shoots. Water from it flows southwest to the Yellow River, where it resonates with the sound of ringing stones. At 140 li west lies Fushan Fengshui Mountain, barren of vegetation and rich in jade and Yuru turquoise dot. A river called Yannan flows south into the Yellow River, teeming with fish. To its west is a forest named Jian, where a river arises, flowing east to the Yellow River, containing Wangyu, a type of stone treasure. At 50 li further west is Tuashan Tua Mountain, abundant in Juo and possessing many hollow trees, rich in gold and jade on its sunny side, while its shady side contains iron and ash. The Tuo River flows north into the river, teeming with a type of fish resembling an otter with a white beak. It makes a sound like a wood splitter. Finally, at 90 li west lies a mountain named Reiner Daily Ritual, where no vegetation grows, but is rich in lime, and the Xiaojiao roasting ash water flows northeast into the river, teeming with jade treasures. Water emerges from above and flows north to join the river. To the north is a forest called the Peachtree Forest, spanning 300 li, with many horses. Further west by 90 r, it is called the Mountain of Pride Father, with many palm trees, yuog and bamboo arrows. Its beasts include shuk cattle and yuk sheep. Its birds include plenty of iron. Lake water emerges from within and flows north to join the river, containing much jade. Yangshui water emerges from here and flows southwest to join the low river, teeming with fish. Another 90 ri west is the Mountain of Sunbloom. Its sunlit areas are filled with gold and jade, while its shaded regions have plenty of blue gypsum and many plants with upper stems and lower roots, bitter and pungent in taste, resembling wood, and looking like a melon, but actually a kind of gourd. Gate water emanates and flows northeast to join the river, abundant in dark stones, Koftok stored. The waters of Guzi flow from its shaded side, east to the gatewater. They are lined with copper walls and iron barriers. The gatewater merges into the great river after traversing 790 li through the Yue Puo water system. The imperial game board stones are used to invoke 100 deities. Those who consume them will not be affected by sorcery. Stretching from Mount Pingfing to the Mountain of Sunbloom, a total of 14 mountains span 790 li in all, including the peaks of the middle-ranking 7 bitter mountains. Game board, with 5 colors and patterns resembling a quail egg. There is a grass with leaves like a sow thistle, red in color, that grows naturally. It is called shuzhao and can serve as medicine. The peak of Guhao Mountain is further east by 200 li. To the east for 300 li is the Drum Hill, where the imperial game board is used to invite 100 deities. There is a grass with round stems, yellow flowers, leaves forming 3 tiers, called Enshui sour grass, which can be used as poison. A goddess died here and her spirit turned into a grass that resembles a rabbit's burrow. Its leaves grow thickly, its blossoms yellow, resembling the fur of a fox, and it has an appealing scent upon consumption. 20 li to the east lies Mount Kuai, home to a beast called Huangji yellowthorns, with yellow but barren flowers, named for its absence of fruit. Consuming it is useless. There is also a grass with round leaves but no stems, red in color and barren. It's called Wujiao, meaningless upon consumption. 27 ri further east lies Mount Deng, where the god Tianzu lives. It experiences strange winds and rains, with a tree known as the heavenly plank wuk, with square stems in the shape of a lotus, which is said to bring harm if consumed. 52 ri east of there is the Mountain of Fangao. Clear water emerges from here, flowing south into Yi River, rich in dark jade. A tree with leaves resembling bees, branches trailing and tongue-like tips, capable of summoning sounds, is called Wenwen. Another 57 ri east lies the Great Goi Mountain, abundant in Smart jade as well as rhino horn. A grass resembles a poplar with square stems and blue injuries, called Nushang, whose roots bear blue patterns and can be used to dispel disease. The sun's water emanates from its sunlit side, flowing south into Yi River, teeming with 3-legged turtles, harmless to eat and capable of curing swelling. 70 ri further east is the Half-Stone Mountain. A grass grows here, exuberant, over a meter tall, called jiaring, not causing thunder when consumed. The rice-demanding water flows from its sunlit side, west into Yi River, rich in fish resembling pufferfish, black in color and shaped like sardines. They keep you awake if eaten. Another 50 ri east is the Mountain of Shaoshu, where every plant and tree grows. Its upper part is rich in jade, its lower part in iron. There is wood on its upper part, each called the Emperor, with yellow and black fruits. Those who use it do not get angry. The unified water emerges from the shaded side, flowing north to join the low river, with many lauk fish, looking like a pangolin, living in burrows, blue in pattern with red tails, safe to eat and capable of curing tumors. Those who eat them have no worms or illness, and they can be used to control armies. Eastward 30 li, it is called Taishi Noble Room Mountain. A tranquil river flows out, flowing north and entering the Luo River, where there are many fish emperor fish, resembling a mouth with long legs, white feet facing each other. There is wood on its peak, leaf-shaped like a pear and red inside, named Moyu wood spirit. Those who use it do not feel envious. It is called Mutan peach grass. Eaten it has no taste. The peak is rich in fine stones. There is grass with a shape like Shangxiu Xiashu upper cross lower skill, white flowers and black fruits, exuding a fragrant mist similar to Shangxiu Xiabing upper cross lower mystery. Northward 30 li, it is called Jianshan Discuss Mountain. Its peak is rich in jade, with many magnolias and pines. There is wood named Du Emperor House, leaf-shaped like pepper, turning red as it ripens, capable of averting misfortune. Northward another 30 li, it is called Bai Liang White Beam Mountain, abundant in azure jade, juxtaposed against dark stones. Eastward 30 li, it is called Flaging Game Mountain. There is wood resembling Mu Hui wood rain with red fruits, named Xiang Mu Brightwood. Eaten it has no harmful effects. A clear water source flows out and enters the river north of it. To the east of this mountain lies a valley known as Snake Valley, rich in pungent herbs. Eaten it does not cause stupidity. Northward another 40 li, it is called Shaonan Minor Slope Mountain, with grass named Shangsu Xiaogang upper cross lower meadow, leaf-shaped like a cult, red stems and white flowers, similar to Shangsu Xiaobing upper cross lower mystery. The river flowing from this mountain is called Minhe Clear River, which feeds into Yihe Servant River. Eastward another 25 li, it is called Yuishan Service Mountain, abundant in white platinum and iron. Eastward 20 li, it is called Moshan End Mountain, abundant in red gold, with Mohe End water flowing out and north of it joining the river. Yihe Servant River flows out and joins the river north of it. Eastward 35 li, it is called Minshan Upright Mountain. It is abundant in King Huo and King Fu jade. There is wood resembling a thistle with white flowers and red fruits, named Jing Bai Pure White. Those who use it do not feel cold from its sun. Eastward 30 li, it is called Dama Gi, Great Horse Ghost Mountain, with its shadow rich in iron, beautiful jade, and blue plaster. There is grass resembling a feather dander, green but without fruits, named Shang Shu Xia Lang Upper Cross Lower Wolf. Eaten it does not cause premature aging. From Huo Yu relaxed carriage. Mountain to Dama. All 16 deities have pig bodies with human faces. Gi Great Horse Ghost Mountain. There are 19 mountains in all, spanning 184 li. Their sacrifices, a sheep for Mo-Bull and a jade for Bai sacrifice. Hills like Ku Hills of Hardship, Shaoxi Minor Hall, and Taishi Noble Room are tombs. Their sacrifices use grand offerings, including jade. The gods all have human faces but 3 heads. The rest are pig bodies with human faces. Among them, Jingshan Viewing Mountain, the peak of 8 sacred mountains, is rich in gold and jade, its trees abundant in sandalwood. Northward 100 li, it is called Jingshanjing Mountain, with iron shadows and red gold sunshine. A river called Su Pure flows out, southeastward joining the Jiang River, rich in red beans and textured fish. It is rich in Zaoma Niu, left upper not right upper middle factory lower ox cattle, numerous leopards and tigers, its trees abundant in pine and bamboo, and oranges. A river flows out called Zhang, He Soaring River, southeastward joining Su, He Pure River, rich in gold and salmon, with animals like deer and wild boar. The river from this mountain, clear and radiant, enters the river north of it. Northward another 150 li, it is called Zhao Shan Pride Mountain, its peak rich in jade, lower parts in iron. In the northeast, 120 li, there is a mountain called Nuki, with abundant jade on its peak and gold below. Its fauna includes leopards, tigers, deer upper antlers, lower elk, and many white birds, Jiao birds, as well as various types of geese and phoenixes. Another 200 li northeast lies a mountain named Yizu, rich in gold and jade on its peak, and blue dan, a type of mineral, below. A river emerges from it, flowing south into the Jiang River, where white jade is abundant. At a distance of 350 li northeast, there stands Lun Mountain, known for its cedar muden and peach branches, as well as citrus fruits like miyaku, a type of orange. Its beasts include the lynx with large upper fangs and smaller lower ones. Eastward, 130 li lies Guang Mountain, with abundant green stone on its peak and wood below. Another 200 li northeast is a mountain named Luwei, featuring jade rich in patterns like Wang Yu and Wang Fu on its peak. red clay below, and trees predominantly of the kind known for making bows, a type of wood. It is said that a divine creature resides here, resembling a human body with a dragon's head, constantly swimming in the Jing River, appearing or disappearing with storms and heavy rain. Another 150 li northeast stands Qi Mountain, with red gold in its sunlit areas, white dan in its shaded parts, and abundant gold and jade on its peak. Its forests are filled with wood-like plants called mian, a type of shrub. A divine creature here resembles a human with 3 faces. Its beasts include the harpin, a type of spear. Eastward, 130 li is Tongshan, rich in gold, silver, and iron on its peak, as well as trees like zhu, a type of oak, and wheat orchard trees, a type of citrus. Another 100 li northeast lies Meishan, where wild oxen roam, along with deer upper antlers, lower mane, and pigs. Gold is abundant on its peak, while blue dan is below. Its trees include peach, plum, apricot, and cherry. Eastward, 300 li brings us to Lingshan, rich in gold and jade on its peak, and blue dan below. The grass here includes peach branches with hooked ends. Another 70 li northeast is Longshan, where the tree species include yun, a type of wood and green stone, with reddy, a mineral beneath. Another 70 li southeast is Shishan, where gold is abundant on its peak, blue dan below, and trees include yun. Southeastward, 50 li lies Hengshan, dominated by yun and huang types of wood, as well as white and red clay. Its beasts include white rhinos. Southward, 120 ri lies Ruoshan, featuring high-quality jade and red stone, with yang, a type of tree, and bamboo in abundance. Its trees include pines. East-southward, 150 li is Yushan, rich in gold and jade on its peak, as well as green iron below. Eastward, 70 li lies Guanshan, where the wood is predominantly of the kind used to make swords, a type of hardwood, with dan, a mineral below. In total, these mountains span from Jingshan to Guanshan, a distance of 23 mountains and 2,890 li, and their divine guardians all possess bird bodies and human faces. Their rituals involve offerings of chicken blood, jade gu, a type of ritual tool, and rice as an offering for the ancestors. The middle of the 9 mountains is Nishan, at the head of which is a mountain called Mujiu. Its peak is covered with stone and cinders, and its trees are mostly firs. On the left side, the trees change to oaks. The grass on this mountain is mostly chrysanthemum. Another 300 li northeast lies Nishan. The Luo River originates here, flowing east to join the Yangtze River, where it contains much pyrite and wild animals like tigers and leopards. The Yangtze River flows out of it, heading northeast before emptying into the sea. This area is rich in good turtles and fish, upper fish, lower tortoises, with abundant gold and white jade on its surface, and timbered with magnolia and camphor trees. Wild animals include rhinos, elephants, unicorns, and many varieties of cattle. Birds include the feathered crow, a bird that looks like a number with red plumage and white head, capable of extinguishing fire. Another 140 li east lies Mount Kuo. The Yangtze River flows out of it, heading east before joining another river. Its sunny side is rich in gold, while its shaded side abounds in deer, the animal, dominated by the rhino, elephant, and unicorn. Further east, 150 li, lies Mountain Shanhai. Another river originates here, flowing east to join a larger river. It's known for its venomous snakes and breamfish. Its trees are mostly peach branches with hooked ends. Another 300 li east lies Mount Geolio, with much soot on top and polished stones below. Its trees are mostly magnolias and peaches, and wild animals include unicorns, rhinos, elephants, and deer. A type of grass resembling a flower grows here, red in color, bears fruit, and is known for its ability to make horses faster. Another 400 li east, we reach Snake Mountain, named for the abundance of gold on its peaks and soot below. Its trees are mostly willows, wood ten, and cherry trees, with wildlife including rhinos, elephants, tigers, and bears. Further east, 500 li, lies Mount Duo, known for rich deposits of white jade, wild animals like rhinos, elephants, bears, and the giant panda. The Piu River flows out of it, heading east to join another river. Its trees are mostly willows and camphor trees. Another 300 li northeast lies Sunyang Mountain, with much gold and jade on top and blue-black dan color stones below. The grass here is mostly the foxtail variety. Eastward, another 250 li lies Mount Chi, known for its white platinum at the top and iron below. Its trees include magnolias and firs. Another river, known as Alsaline, flows out of it, heading southeast to join a larger river. Eastward another 300 lies Woodgoo Mountain, abundant in jade on top and gold below, timbered with oaks and camphor trees. Eastward 150 lies Rainwind Mountain, known for its white platinum at the top and stone cinders below. Its trees are mostly single-branched willows, with wildlife like deer the animal and pheasants. Its trees include varieties of willow, camphor, and other species. Another 200 east lies Mount U, where copper is abundant on the sunny side and red gold on the shaded side. Wildlife includes wild boars and deer dying. Finally, another 150 east lies Bear Mountain, known for its caverns where spiritual beings often appear, opening in summer and closing in winter. Its wildlife includes rhinos, tigers, and bears. It's rich in white jade and gold, timbered with peach trees and camphor trees. Its beasts often have multiple mouths, upper summons compared to lower in size, and its grass is highly esteemed. Its trees are a type of cypress. Further east by 170 li, it's called Jia Kao Mountain, with sunny areas dominated by yellow ochre and shady areas by beautiful red earth. There follows a detailed description of various mountains, their gods, offerings, and peculiarities, including their geographical locations and characteristics. In the middle of the 11 mountain axes at the head of Yan Shan lies Wing Wang Mountain, with dragons' bodies and human faces. Its upper regions are abundant in gold and jewels, devoid of vegetation. Further southeast by 200 li, there's Diashan Imperial Mountain, considered sacred. To its northeast by 150 li is Kao Ge Mountain, where a river flows east to join the Ji River, southeast to join the Han River, teeming with fish. Its worship involves a ritual with wine and elaborate offerings, including a gem. More detailed descriptions of various mountains and their attributes continue. There are 9 bells, and when they ring, people know that winter is coming. Above them are many gold, below many grain stores. What lies at the very bottom? A rabbit's bed. To the northeast, 800 li, is Rabbit Bed Mountain. Its sun-facing side is rich in iron, its tree cover in upper pines and lower firs. Its grass resembles chicken eggs, its roots like chicken bones. The taste is sour and sweet, beneficial to those who eat it. East 60 li is Clay Mountain, rich in lime and red earth. Its trees are mostly pine and cypress. There is a bird resembling a pheasant that constantly eats moths. It's called the Vina. Another 60 li east is the Emerald Green Mountains, with many upper redwood lower Dan, a type of tree. Its shade cool like a kettle, its sun-facing side rich in white platinum. 40 li east is the Branching Off Mountain. The Jizi River flows out from here, heading south to join the Han River. Many cattle and sheep graze here. Another 50 li northeast is Bamboo Case Mountain. Its peak has many tall pines and firs. There's a bird named the Baby Spoon, resembling a magpie, with red eyes and beak, white body, and spoon-shaped tail. It makes its call by echoing itself. To the northwest, 100 li, is Iris Logic Mountain, rich in upper pines and lower beautiful azaleas, with many red Dan, a type of tree, and gold. Its animals include tigers and leopards. 30 li southeast is the Depend Mountain, with many upper herbs and lower bamboo. A bird resembling a magpie, blue-bodied, white beak and eyes, named Chin Kong Blue Cultivator, can ward off plagues. It calls out to make its presence known. Its shade is cool and lush. 35 li southeast, Mount Instant Valley, rich in fine jade and black panthers, has many upper deer and lower masters of the forest, a type of animal. Another 30 li southeast, Chicken Mountain has beautiful azaleas and cypress trees. Its grass is mainly garlic chives. Another 50 li southeast, High Front Mountain has a cold and clear spring at the peak, used as imperial court drink. Those who imbibe it do not feel heart pain. Its upper regions have gold, lower areas red earth. Another 30 li southeast, Play Mountain has many dead wood valleys and jade, with many sealstone, a type of rock formations. Another 35 li southeast, Following Mountain has many pines at the top, bamboo below. Water flows from its peak, disappearing beneath it. It contains many 3-legged frogs, fishtails, edible without any worms or plagues. Another 30 li southeast, Baby Stone Left Stone, right upward, west right downward, has many upper pines and lower fragrant wood trees. Another 30 li southeast, Mount Kai, where the Imperial Gardens water flows out. It heads northeast to join the river, containing much water jade and dragons. Its peak has fine King Jade Wang Yun and Prince Jade Wang Fu Dot Say. Another 20 li southeast, Happy Horse Mountain, a beast resembling a round wax seal, red as fiery Dan, called the Red Rage. Its appearance signals an epidemic in its nation. Another 25 li southeast, Salt and Fresh Mountain, where the Jizi River flows out to the east, flowing southeast to join the Ru River. Another 40 li east, Baby Mountain, its lower regions rich in blue Dan, a type of tree, upper peaks adorned with gold and jade. Another 30 li east, Tiger Head Mountain, abundant in wooden boxes. Another 20 li east, Baby Marquise Mountain, with many sealed stones below and red zinc above. After 40 li to the east there is a mountain called Bi Shan, with many peach, plum, and cinnamon trees. Another 50 li east, Great Duck Mountain. The Duck River flows out from here, heading northeast to join the Jizi River. It contains much white lime. Another 30 li to the east, there is a mountain named Yi, with abundant jade at its peak and gold beneath it. There is a creature that resembles a mouse with white ears and a white beak, named Snare Sui Ru, whose appearance signals the approach of large armies. It is abundant in beautiful sand and red gold below. 30 li further east lies Yai Shan, where the river Chi emerges, flowing eastward into the Vis water, teeming with large fish. 55 li to the east is Xuan Shan, from which flows the Ling River, also heading southeastward into the Vs water, inhabited by dragons. Another 40 li to the east lies Feng Shan, with many stone seals and trees of thief species, rich in sheep peaches, which resemble peaches but have square stems, suitable for making leather. 70 li to the east is Ji Shan, abundant in fine jade at its peak and gold below, with grass called Chicken Valley Jigu. There are trees that grow as wide as 50 chai, with 4-way branches and leaves over a foot long, vibrant in shades of red, yellow, and blue wood appendages, known as the Emperor's Daughter's Sand. 45 li to the east is Hang Shan, abundant in blue keystones and sand, and inhabited by many stork birds Yin Nio. 30 li further to the east is Xuan Shan, whose trees are predominantly of the species woodchief, and its grass is mostly winter bamboo. The sunlight side is rich in gold, while the shade is abundant in iron. There is a creature resembling a large membrane, with a red beak and eyes, and a white tail. Its appearance signifies fire in the town. It is named Multi-Fire. 30 li to the east lies Zhongshan, rich in beautiful jade on its sunlight side, where the river Gao flows eastward into the Qi water, containing moonstone. 25 li further to the east is Daji Mountain, abundant in gold and with few plants. Another 50 li to the east is Juwu Mountain, predominantly covered in woodchief. 50 li to the east lies Shanghuan Mountain, rich in chestnuts and jade at its peak, also known for its stone seals. Another 50 li to the east is Dama Ghost Mountain, with abundant red gold on its sunlight side and abrasive stones below. 10 li further to the east is a barren area called Tian Chenghuo. 70 ri northeastward lies Lishi Mountain, where many kinds of a type of thorny shrub grow, and golden coins abound on its sunlight side. Its shade contains abrasive stones. There is a creature resembling a fox with white hair and claws, named Liang Chu, signifying large armies. 100 ri to the southeast lies Chu Shan. The water of Chu emerges from its peak, flowing below, containing beautiful red earth. The sunlight side is abundant in gold, while the shade holds iron. Its trees are predominantly woodchief, rich in upper bamboo, lower beauty. Another 350 ri to the east lies Fushan, with many stone seals on top and abundant red tin below. 110 ri further east lies Mengshan, abundant in rare flowers and gold jewels. Another 350 ri to the east lies Jishan, where the trees are predominantly woodchief, rich in fragrant plants. There is a beast that resembles a pig with an yellow body, white head and tail, named Hearing Rhinoceros Xiang Lin, signifying a great storm. In total, from Yan Mountain to Jishan, there are 48 mountains stretching over 3,732 ri, all with the same divine form. A boar's body with a human head. Its temple. Mao uses a male chicken and a female pig to sweep away evil, using one wangi, the essence of 5 kinds. Heo Shan, the emperor. Its temple. The ritual offerings include a grand sacrifice with a variety of items, plucking the feathers of a bird, and using a jade gem. Shu Shan and Yu Shan, tombs, both have upside-down temples, offering poor livestock with baby chicken as an offering, seeking good fortune in jade. And so on, describing various mountains and their associated gods, rituals, and treasures. The emperor's 2 daughters reside on the mountains, often playing in the depths of rivers. The winds from Lake Chang and the waters from Huangjiang meet at these places, forming 9 rivers. Here, storms and rain are frequent, and there are many strange gods, appearing as people with snakes. Continuing the description. The temple for the emperor's daughters. They perform grand sacrifices, using wine, and offer small livestock with baby chickens as auspicious tokens. The text continues to detail various mountains and their respective gods. For mounts Hufu, Yao, and Yangdi, the offerings include jade from Wangyu and Wangfu, along with trees like sandalwood and bamboo. The right middle map of mountains, generally speaking, includes 197 mountains, covering 2,131 Liai. Generally in the world, there are 5,370 famous mountains, occupying 645,600 Liai. You said, in the world, there are 5,370 famous mountains, and their territory covers 645,600 Liai. He referred to their 5 defects as follows. The remaining small hills are numerous and not worth mentioning. The east-west distance of heaven and earth is 280,000 Li, and the north-south distance is 260,000 Li. 8,000 Li of mountains bring forth water, and another 8,000 Li receive water. There are 467 mountains that produce copper and 3,690 that produce iron. These are the areas where different types of soil and trees are found, where weapons like spears and axes originate, where swords and chisels begin, with excess for those skilled and insufficiency for those unskilled. They are sealed off in Taishan and passed on to Liangfu, with 72 families, the numbers gained or lost falling within this scope, known as national resources. The right 5 defects mountain map consists of 5 chapters totaling 15,530 characters. From southwest to southeast along the coast, Huishan Nation in the southwest, known for its people's practice of tying their heads, Nanshan South Mountain in the southeast. From here, insects turn into snakes, and snakes call themselves fish. Beyond the sea, south route. The lands carried by the 6 regions, between the 4 seas, illuminated by the sun and moon, marked by stars, recorded by the 4 seasons, measured by the Taishas, created by divine spirits, with strange forms auras. Longevities, some from heaven or life only the sages can comprehend their ways. Yuming Nation in the southeast. One account states that Nanshan is in the southeast of Huishan, with a pair of wings on each side. Another says it is south of Shanshan. Its people tall, with feathers growing on their bodies. One account locates Yuming east of Nanshan. Another calls it Nanshan's southeast. There are 18 gods here, joined at the arms, serving as rulers of night watch in this wild area. All but 16 are small humans with red faces and shoulders. Bianguo 3 Birds Tree in the east, facing Qingshu Blue Water to the west. Its form is like a person with 1 leg. One account locates it east of 18 gods. Another calls it Bianguo or Chang'e Moon Goddess Country. Chui Hiwo hated Fire Nation in the south of this country, with black bodies and fire coming out of their mouths. One account places Chuo to the east of Bianguo. Another calls it Suishan Red-Faced Country. 3 Mayo tribes in the east of Red Water, following each other like one people. One account calls them Samao 3 Fur, another says they are nearby Shuiwo. One account locates Huoche to the east of Sanmao, another calls it a branch of Changji country. Huoche carrying Bows Nation in the east, its people yellow, skilled at archery and catching snakes with their bows. Guanhun Pierced Hun Nation in the east, its people have holes in their tongues. One account places Guanhun to the east of Huoche. Another says it is in the same area as Huoche. Jiaodi Large Calf Nation in the east, known for its huge calves. One account locates Jiaodi to the east of Pierced Hun. Another says it is in the same area as Guanhun. Unmortal Yuga Nation in the east, black and long-lived, never dying. Chilisha Tongue-Twisted Nation in the east. One account places Unmortal to the east of Jiaodi. Another says it is in the same area as Guanhun and Pierced Hun. One account locates Chilisha to the east of Unmortal. Another says it is in the same area as Jiaodi and Pierced Hun. Kunlun Mountain, vast and encompassing all directions. Yue Bo and Ju Chisel fought on the plain of Shouwu, with Yu killing Ju. One account says Kunlun is east of Chilisha and encompasses 4 directions. Another states that it is in the same area as Kalisha, for encompassing 4 directions. To the east of Kunlun Mountain, Yue holds a bow and arrow, while Ju wields a shield called a W-Go. Sanshao 3 Heads Nation in the east. Its people have 3 heads. Jurao, short and arched nation to the east, small in stature with ornate headgear. One account locates Jurao to the east of Sanshao. Another says it is nearby. The above descriptions are from ancient Chinese texts and legends, reflecting a mix of geographical knowledge, mythology, and cultural beliefs. On the first day there existed a bear, a panther, a texed tiger, a bug, a leopard, a scarlet bird, a hill bird. They gathered to consume flesh, their numbers intermingling. Their domain covered a forest of 300 li high. In the south, Zhurong, with a beast's body and human face, rode on 2 dragons. Mount Doyo, 300 li high, is north of Huiman. Beyond the sea, from the southwest to the northwest corners, the monsters are destroyed in the land of Huiman. North of the country of Jiadu, they were birds with blue and red tails. The Great Joy Plain, where Xiahu Kai originated, for 9 generations, riding on 2 dragons, a cloud cover of 3 layers. With his left hand he held a shadow, and his right hand, a ring, adorned with jade beads. The country of Yibai, to its north, had 1 arm, 1 eye, and a nose hole, north of Mount Daoyu. The country of Sanjin, north of Xiahu Kai, had 1 body and 3 heads. There was a yellow tiger with 1 eye and 1 hand. The country of Chubai, further north. There was a bird with 2 heads, red and yellow, by their side. The people there had 1 arm and 3 eyes, both positive and negative, riding on text horses. The heavens and the deity contested for supremacy here, the deity cutting off its head and burying it in the mountain of Qianzhou. It then became a nursing bird, with eyes, a mouth, and dancing with a staff. The ritual priestess with her female assistants lived between 2 waters, operating on fish priestess, while the ritualist wielded an offering tray. Upper flight, lower birds blue and yellow in color, caused countries to perish as they passed. The country of Waidiao, where blue and yellow birds nested, was north of this land. The men there wore clothing and carried swords. The woman demon's corpse, born after 10 days of scorching heat, was killed. North of the human country, with their right hand they scratched her face, keeping them for 10 days in a mountain home. The witch nation, north of this demoness, wielded blue and red snakes. They descended from Mount Dengbao, accompanied by all the witches. They were sealed east of the witch nation, looking like a pig, with heads front and back. A country of 2 women, surrounded by water. The Hengxiu nation in this remote mountain had people living for 800 years. North of the woman demon, a face with a snake body, its tail intertwining its head. All that they desired. This land of premature death, with phoenix birds singing and dancing their royal eggs, was eaten by the people. They drank the sweet dew. All animals coexisted in harmony. Further north, there were 4 snakes circling around. These lands of doom. Beyond these lands, a sacred being rode on this to traverse 9 lands. The Mayfish is in the land of premature death north, like a carp. The white-skinned nation, north of the Mayfish, had white bodies and long hair. The nation of Susan, north of the white-skinned. Some rode yellow ones, looking like foxes with horns on their backs, riding for 2,000 years. The mountain god, named Yuanyan, controlled day and night, winter and summer, not drinking or eating, resting as the wind, towering for 1,000 li, east of the Jinti Huanhui nation. This being had a human face and a snake body, red in color, dwelling on mountain Yuanyan, the one-eyed nation to its east, with 1 eye looking at him as he dwelt. It is said that in ancient times, the people of Yulu had feet that turned backward. In the land of Yulu, to the east, lies a people who walk on all 4s, flipping their hands and feet as they go, with their legs curled upward. The minister of Yu, called Liu, had 9 heads and lived upon food from 9 mountains. What Liu could not reach was a place called Zixi. When Yu encountered Liu, his blood was so toxic that no crops could grow there. Yu marked it as sacred ground, building a platform 3 li high and 3 li wide for the rulers of all lands. It stood in the north of Kunlun, to the east of Yulu. Liu had 9-headed faces with serpent bodies, their skin the color of blue. They dared not look northward, fearing the platform of Gong, which was located to the east. The platform itself had 4 corners, each with a snake of tiger hue, its head pointing south. To the east of this land lies Shimen, where people stand on 1 hand and 1 eye. East of Shimen is a land without intestines, whose inhabitants are long but have no intestines. Beyond that lies Nihai, where 2-handed people twist their ears. They dwell in the sea, collecting peculiar objects as water enters and exits. 2 tigers stand to its east. Daich chased the sun into the day, diving into it. Thirsty for a drink, he sought rivers like Huanghe and Yellow River, but even these could not sate him. In the north, where he had yet to reach, he died of thirst, dropping his staff. He turned into a bamboo forest. Boji lies east of Nihai, with residents who are tall. They wield green snakes in their right hands and yellow ones in their left. To the east of Boji is Danglan, where two trees stand, one called Boji, near the stone piles you once stacked. East of these piles is Jianyin, a land where rivers flow from the south. Foot-spreading country lies to the east of Jianyin, with residents who have immense feet. One name for them is Da Jin. To the east of that is Wishi Wild, where a woman kneels upon a tree named Wishi. Fanglan stretches 300 rai to the east of Sands, with islands circling beneath it. 3 sands, devoid of branches, stand to the east of Wishi. Their trunks reach 100 li in height, but lack branches. Mount Mu is where the sun god Di was buried facing north, while 9 concubines were entombed facing south. Names for these places include Yang Isu, Wenhu, Liu-Tzu, and Kuiji. A place called Pingju lies to the east of Sands. Among the treasures found there are jade left by an ancient king, blue horses, viewing meat, osmanthus trees, and hundreds of fruit varieties. 2 mountains form a pass called Shangguo, with 2 great hills in the center named Pingju. The North Sea holds creatures resembling horses called Mao-Tu or Moyu. Another creature is called Mei. It resembles a white horse, has saw-like teeth, and preys on tigers and leopards. It is said to be powerful and wise. A mythical creature known as Huanghu has a form like a horse, too. They tread upon these snakes. The land of Yulu, strong in the north, has people with faces like humans but bodies like birds. There were 2 green snakes as ornaments. Beyond this is the easternmost stretch of sea from southeast to northeast. Chuo or Chu holds treasures including jade left behind, blue horses, viewing meat, osmanthus trees, and various fruits. It lies north of Chuan. The land of Shentang is to the north, where tall people use their hands to shape boats while seated. To its north is Sie, with a body like a beast and a face like a human. They also wear 2 green snakes as ornaments. East of Zi is Ganyan, where 2 mountains flank a hill named Shentang, which holds hundreds of fruit varieties. In the north lies Qingchu country, with a fox having 4 feet and 9 tails. It is said to be located north of Dawn. The emperor commanded Hai a measure of distance to be marked from the eastern extreme to the western extreme, amounting to 5,010,980 steps. It is said that Yu commanded Hai. Hai held his right hand for calculations and pointed to Qingchu's northern direction with his left hand. Another account states 5,010,009,800 steps. Below lies Tang Valley. Blackchith country lies north of Qingchu. Its inhabitants are black. They eat rice and prey on snakes, one red and one blue beside each other. It is said to be located north of Hai, with its people having black heads, eating rice and sending snakes away. One snake is red. Above Tang Valley stands Fusan, where the 10 suns bathe. It's located north of Blackchith. Its inhabitants live in water, with a giant tree that has branches on 9 days below and 1 above. The Rainmaster's concubine resides north of here. She is black, with 2 hands each holding a snaky, a blue one in her left ear and a red one in her right ear. It is said she is located north of the 10 suns, resembling a human body with face and hands, each clutching a turtle. Shuanggu country lies north of her. Its inhabitants wear fish skin and have 2 birds grasp them. Another account places it north of the Rainmaster's concubine. Maomin country lies to the north. Its people have fur on their bodies. Still another account states it is located north of Shuanggu. Liamen country lies to the north. Some say they teach the people. A different account places it north of Maomin, with every part of their body and face black. Eastern Kwamang, a bird-bodied human with a face, rides on 2 dragons, Gong and Sidu. In the first year of Jianping, April, imperial edicts instructed the officials in charge of the calendar to correct the calculations, with Sidu a high-ranking official. Shu leading the task, Gauss. Niu, a sea creature, inhabits the middle of the sea. The survey covered the southern part of Haney, from the easternmost to the westernmost point. It's also said that Min Mountain lies in the middle of the sea. Min, another sea creature, is located in the middle of the sea, with a mountain to its northwest. 3 Tianzi Mountains are located west of Min Sea. The 8 trees of Guilin are in Fanzhou, a corner, or cornerland. Yuliu River flows out from Xiangling's South Sea. Beru country, Leer country, Diao Titi country, and Baiduo country all lie south of Yuliu River. Another account calls it Xinglu. Huiyang country is to the west of Baiduo. The ox, a mythical beast, lies east of Shuron's burial site, by the south bank of Siang River. Its people have faces that are long and lips that are black, with fur bodies, turning their heels when walking, and smiling at others makes them smile too. They hold a pipe in their hand. It resembles a cow, dark blue and white, with one horn. The mountains of Chang'ao, where Emperor Shun was buried on the sun side and Emperor Danzuo on the moon side. Panlin covers an area of 300 li, a Chinese unit of distance to the east. The ox that knows names is a beast resembling a pig with a human face. It lies west of Shurong's burial site. To its northwest lies a rhinoceros, black like a cow. Mengtu, a minister in the court of Xiaohuji, is the guardian of spirits in BA region. People who seek justice come to his place. Whoever has blood on their clothes, he takes them. This place for seeking justice is located north of Danshan, at the foot of the mountain. Dan Mountain lies south of Danyang, which belongs to the latter. Upper Hole, Lower Seal the dragonhead, residing in weak water, lies west of the ox that knows names. It resembles a dragonhead and eats people. It grows to the west of weak water. There's a tree resembling a cow with fur. Its fruit looks like jujube, and its leaves are like roa type of plant. Its wood is shaped like Upper Square, Lower District. It is called Janmu. The nation of Haier lives west of Janmu. Their people have human faces and fish bodies with no legs. BA snake eats elephants. After 3 years, their bones are exposed. Rulers consume them without ill effects on their stomachs. They come in various colors: black, blue, or red. One account describes a black snake with a blue head to the west of the rhinoceros. Jinma creature resembling a horse, resembles a horse with 4 segments covered in fur. It lies northwest of BA snake, on a high mountain south of the sea. Xiongnu and other nations reside there. There are texts in various languages, including Koine Greek, Ancient Greek, and Mandarin Chinese. The request specifies a translation from Ko to An, which corresponds to translating from Mandarin Chinese to English. Given the mixed content and potential for ambiguity, a direct translation without context is provided. There are texts on various topics such as geography, mythology, and folklore. Some highlights include descriptions of mountains, rivers, and unique creatures, references to ancient figures like Yu and the Three Kingdoms, and mentions of supernatural beings and divine beings' children. The texts also touch on diverse subjects like diet, customs, and geographical features of a vast, untamed land known as Da Huang Great Chaos. In the vast wilderness, there is a person known as the head of Guanshuo. His wife, a noble woman, bore him a son named Yunrong. The head has the face of a bird with wings, feeds on fish from the sea, and walks with its wings. He possessed a magical plant called Yuchai. There is a country inhabited by people with the name Guanshuo Head. Emperor Yao, Emperor Yu, and Emperor Shun were buried in Mount Yuwen. There is a mountain named Shen, where the sun god resides. There are ancient artifacts like textured shells, liu, chuangwu, eagles, timi. In the vast wilderness, there is a mountain called Tiantai Gaoshan, where the seawater flows in. Beyond the eastern South Sea, between sweet waters, lies the country of Zaihe, home to a woman named Zaihe, who bathes in the sweet pools. Zaihe is the wife of the divine Kun, who gave birth to 10 children. There is a mountain called Gayu, with sweet wood, branches, and trunks all red, yellow leaves, white flowers, and black fruits. To the east there is another sweet tree. Its branches also red, yellow leaves. There are small people known as Juman. There are green and red horses named Sanmian, Timi, and other strange beasts. There are mountains of the southern type. Among them are remnants of jade, blue horses, Sanmian, Timi, sweet trees. All the grains originate here. To the west, everything lies within the sea. The minister of the realm called Yi, named Wei, killed a monster by the name of Shohan with his bare hands. The emperor tied him to a mountain, binding his right foot, and reversed his 2 hands and hair. He was hung from a tree on the mountain. This happened in the northwest region. A vast marsh stretches for 100 li, where various birds are born and die. It is north of Yanmen Pass. Yanmen Mountain is where geese pass through. To the west of the state of Xi'an, there grow tall willows. The burial site of Huji is surrounded by mountains. To the west of Huji's burial site lies the land of Liushui, where the Yellow River flows. From Jingshan, water flows into the sea, forming Blackwater Mountains. East Hu lives in the eastern part of the vast marsh. The Yi people live to the east of East Hu. It was eliminated as it was close to Yan. The state of Mei is northeast of Han River. Mengmiao bird lives northeast of Mei. Its feathers are red, yellow, and blue, facing east. The realm below, Kunlun Mountain in the northwest, the emperor's eternal capital. Kunlun Mountain stretches 800 li wide and 10,000 shang tall. There grow wood hees, 5 chai long, surrounding the mountain like a fence. There are 9 wells with walls made of jade. It is located at the rock corners in the red water, only accessible by those of exceptional virtue. There are 9 gates, each guarded by an animal of enlightenment, where all gods reside. Red water flows from the southeast corner, heading northeast. River water flows from the northeast corner, heading north, then southwest into the Bohai Sea, and out to sea, heading west-north, entering Jiwu Mountain led by Yu. The southern gorge of Kunlun is 300 jiang deep. Weak water and Qingshu flow from the southwest corner, heading east, north, and then southwest past the Bird of Bi. Water from Yangshu and Haishu flow from the northwest corner, heading east, then northeast, south into the sea, and among the people of feathered. The animal of enlightenment has the body of a tiger with 9 heads, all facing east, standing tall on top of Kunlun. To its west are phoenixes and Kuyang birds, each adorned with snakes around their necks. To its north are Timi, pearl trees, red sinew trees, king's branch kui trees, and immortal trees. The phoenixes and Kuyang birds wear armor made from guanshuo shield. There are also liuzu, maye, bamboo, sweet water plants, and saintly wood manada date. One name for it is teeth-tearing wooden tooth. The monster with 9 heads, known as Shohan, was killed by a minister from Yi named Wei. To the east of the animal of enlightenment, there are Wupeng, Wudui, Wuyang, Wuli, Wufan, and Wixiang, all holding weapons to ward off the monster's corpse, using magical herbs to protect themselves. A constant tree, with 3 heads attending Qingyan, stands in the south. In the open plains, a bird with 6 heads. Dragons, snakes, bugs, leopards, and birds rank among the trees by the pond, feasting on birds' meat. To the north of the sea within our territory, east of the northwest corner, Snake Witch's Mountain, where someone holds a wooden pike and stands facing east. It is also known as Turtle Mountain. West King Mother climbs a ladder wearing a crown and carries a staff. To its south are 3 green birds that feed West King Mother, located in Kunlun Hollow to the north. Some say it is Great Elder Burr, wielding a spear. To its east lies Dog Seal Country. The second-in-command's body lies to the east of Great Elder Burr Dart. Dog Seal Country is also known as Great Wrong Country, resembling a dog. There is a woman kneeling who offers a wooden pike for food. There are texted horses, striped with red fur, with golden eyes named Ji Liang, upon which one can ride for 1,000 years. Ghost Country lies to the north of the second-in-command's body, with people having faces and animal bodies. Some have 1 eye. One is called second-in-command, God to the east, an animal person with a snake body. The dog resembles a dog, blue in color, consuming people from the top down initially. Qiongqi has the appearance of a tiger, wings, and consumes people from the top down initially. Its prey is adorned with hair. To the north of the dog dot, one is called follow-foot dai. Great Bee resembles a locust. Red Moth resembles a moth. Bug Joe has tiger markings on its body and has shins adorned with threads. It is to the east of Guangxi. The imperial platforms, Yaoyu Platform, Yaguo Platform, Danzhou Platform, and Shun Platform, each have 2 platforms, all facing 4 directions, located in the northeast of Kunlun. One says it looks like a person found in Kunlun Hollow to the north. Ringog has the form of a person with the head of an animal. According to comparisons, its form is that of someone with a broken neck, adorned with hair, without arms. Outer upper gate, inner lower feather, not similar to each other. One has a human face while being an animal body, blue in color. One says it's called Bug Stomach, resembling a dog, yellow in color. Socks have bodies of humans with black heads and eyes. Rong has the form of a person with a triangular head. Linshi Country possesses a rare beast, large as a tiger, fully colored, tail longer than its body, named Yowu, upon which one can ride for 1,000 miles a day. Panlin Forest covers 300 li in the south of Kunlun Hollow. One says it's called the Extreme Depth. From the extreme depths to the north, 300 li deep, there is only ice, home to the icy people who ride on 2 dragons. Yang'an Mountain lies within a river valley. Lingmen Mountain has a river flowing from its peak. Prince Ya's corpse is dismembered, hands, legs, chest, head, and teeth severed in different places. One says it's called north, Mr. Country. Shunyi ascended Mount Bai and gave birth to Dawnlight and Torchlight, who dwell in the vast rivers, with spirits of two women that illuminate this area for 100 li. Kai is located south of Gigantian, north of Huaya. Hua belongs to Yan. Joseon lies east of Liang, north of the Sea Mountains. Liang belongs to Yan. Linju lies in the middle of Hai. Shuguo is in the sea, under Linju's control. In the southwest, the mountains surround it. A large crab dwells in the sea. Lingyu has a human face and hands and feet. Its body is fish-like, also found in the sea. Large fish resides in the sea. Mingzuo settlement lies in the sea. Fengle Mountain lies in the sea. A great marketplace lies in the sea. One says it's called the Inner County, not organized as a county, located in the shifting sands. To the southeast of our territory, east of the northeast corner, Gigantian, where countries located within shifting sands begin. Tianxi and Rusi are to the southeast of Kunlun Hollow. Countries outside the shifting sands include Daixia, Jusha, Jiu, and Yu, Moon tribes, Taut Taik. White Mountain lies east of Daixia. Seawu is southwest of White Mountain, both to the west of the shifting sands. Kunlun Hollow's southeast. Kunlun Mountain lies to the west of western Hu. All these are in the northwest. There is a god of thunder in Li's. It has a dragon head and human body, drum in its belly. It is located in Wu, to the west. In the sea, Hanyan is south of Duzhou. At the beginning, a rabbit dives into the sea from the south of Yinshu. The mountain of Jihei is in the south of Great Chu. The three rivers. The first great river emerges from Wenshan, the north river from Nanshan, and the south river from Taishan. Taishan is west of Chengdu and flows into the sea south of Changzhou. Jiang originates from the lands of the Three Kings, to its east. To the northwest of Min it flows into the sea, with Yuji to the south. Lujiang emerges from the lands of the Three Kings, flowing into the river Pangzi in the west. One says, Heavenly Capital. The Huai River originates from Yushan, east Alfeng and west of Yixtian. It flows north into Huipu. It enters Dongting Lake below. The Yang River arises from the southeastern corner where Shun was buried, circling west around it. One calls this southeast-west. The Han River flows out from Yutishan, with the Emperor Yun and 9 consorts buried on either side of it, guarded by the West Snake Garrison. Mong water emerges from Hanyang in the west, flowing into the river, northeast of Niai. The warm water flows out from Kongtian Mountain, south of Linfu, entering Huayang River north of China. The Ying water originates from Shaoyu, with Shaoyu Mountain to the south of Yangtze, flowing west into Huanghe, north of Yan. One says, Huai River is to the north of Jixia. It then turns northwest. The Jin River flows out from the northern mountain of Chanxing, north of the Yellow Valley, flowing north into Wei. The Wei River arises from Bird and Rat-Sharing Mountain, east of the river, entering Huayang north of Huaqing. The Bei water flows out from Shu, southeast to the river, entering Jiangzhou below its city walls. The Xiang River originates from Zixing and Xi'an, flowing west into Dongting Lake. The Guang water emerges from Nedi Mountain east of Nedu, northeast to the river, then west into Pengzi, west of Nedu. The Sai water arises from Lu in the north, south and southwest past Huling, west through Huling, southeast to the East Sea, entering Huaiyan in the north. The Yai water flows out from Echi and Xi'an, southeast to the sea, entering Panyu in the west. The Zhu River emerges from Guiyang northwest of the mountain, southeast to the Yai water, then west into Dunpu. The Luo River flows out from Lishan, northeast to the river, then enters Changgao in the west. The Fen River originates from Shangju north, southwest to the river, entering Psi in the south. The Qin water flows out from Jixiatai east of Taiwan, southeast to the river, entering Huai in the south. The Zhang River arises from Lishan, northeast to the river, then into Chang'an. Upper Shark, Lower Tiger. The Lai River flows out from Jinyang in the south, west to Yankuai north, then east to the sea, entering Zhao in the north. There is a mountain called Gan, from which flows the Gan River, giving birth to the Sweet Pond. East of the Great O, beyond the sea trench, lies the land of Xiaohao, the kingdom of Lesser Wu, where the Emperor Yandu abandoned his musical instruments. In the southeastern corner of the Great Yelwei, there is a place named Pig Mother Hill. Beyond the sea, in the middle of the Great Tao, there is a mountain named Dayan, where the sun and moon rise. There is a valley called Bo in the mountain of Dayan, with the land of a great people. There is a great market, called the Hall of the Great People. There is one great person, Jun Xuan Huo, atop it, spreading his 2 ears. There is a small nation named Jingren. There is a mountain named Huan where yang water flows out. There is a god, facing human and body of beast, called Li Zhu Yuan Niu. In the middle of the great alley, there is a mountain named Heijiu, where sun and moon rise. There is a country named Shanhai with people who eat glutinous rice, sending 4 birds, tiger, leopard, bear, and panther. There is a nation called Zhongrong. The Emperor Jun gave birth to Zhongrong. Zhongrong's people eat beasts and fruits with 4 birds, leopard, tiger, bear, and panther. There is an east-facing mountain. There is a nation of scholars, wearing hats, gowns, and carrying swords. There is a nation called Siu. The Emperor Jun gave birth to Yanlong. Yanlong gave birth to Siu, guarding the western border. There is a land of white people. There is a land of Qingchu with foxes having 9 tails. Emperor Jun gave birth to Emperor Hong, who in turn gave birth to the white people. They changed their names and lived on corn, and he sent 4 birds, the leopard, tiger, bear, and polecat. There are the people of Yu, the owners of Vai, a land of black teeth. Emperor Jun gave birth to them, and they had the Jijiang clan, eating grass, and he sent 4 birds. There is a state called Xiezhou. There is a state called Gaiyu. There are gods with 8 heads and 10 tails, resembling a tiger, known as Tianwu. It is called Jidan, Ji to the east, Dan for the coming wind. In the great wilderness there is a mountain named Juling on Heaven, Dongji east extreme, and Lului divergence, from where the sun and moon emerge. Off the eastern shore of the East Sea lies a god with a human face and bird body, adorned with 2 yellow snakes as earrings, and stepping on them, known as Yu Harnessed Tiger. Emperor Huang gave birth to Yu Harnessed Tiger, who in turn gave birth to Yu Jing. They are the only sea gods. By the North Sea lies Yu Jing, while Yu Harnessed Tiger resides by the East Sea. There is a mountain named Yao Yao, with melting water emerging from it. There is a state called Shuan Guo, eating corn and sending 4 birds. There is a state of Kuamen, ruled by the Jiu clan who eat flesh. There is a person known as Wang Hai, holding 2 birds in his hands, feasting on their heads. He entrusted himself to Yu Harnessed Tiger and He Bo, the bull-tamer of the river Yi. The river Yi secretly emerged, ruling over a state among beasts, feasting on them, and was named Yaomen. Emperor Shun gave birth to Shi, who in turn gave birth to Yao. Within the sea, there are 2 people known as Niwi Chao, foul beauty. Nu Chao has a giant crab. There is a state of Tiu Hong, soil scented with its people. In the great wilderness lies a mountain named Zigu Yui, miserable trembling, where the sun and moon emerge. There is Mount Chu, and another mountain known as Yaoshan, shaking mountain. There are also mountains named Rongkong, melting insect, Menhu doorway, Changshan abundant, Dai waiting, and the birds of 5 colors. In the east wilderness lies a mountain named Jiaming Junki, bright swiftness, where the sun and moon emerge. There is a state called Zhongrong, middle containment. In the depths of the North Sea lie 3 blue horses, 3 stallions, Ganhua sweet flowers, Yu white jade, 3 birds of 5 colors, Ganwood mo manna, and all types of grains. There is a land of Nuhe women's peace with its mother goddess, Tongj Moon Lady. He controls the sun and moon at the extreme eastern corner, preventing their interference. Someone is known as Shangniao Wan, upper bird lower one, in the north called Shangniao Wan, where the wind comes from Yan Flame. In the northeasternmost corner of the great wilderness lies a mountain named Xiangli Tuochao, perilous plowing chasm, where the dragon should be. The south pole is occupied by the dragon, slaying Kaifon's scary mouth and young overconfident father. Unable to return, it causes droughts below. When there are droughts, the image of a dragon appears, leading to heavy rains. In the middle of the East Sea lies a mountain with waves, 7,000 li from the sea, where a beast lives. It resembles a cow, blue in color and without horns, having only 1 foot. It brings wind and rain when entering or exiting water, its light resembling the sun and moon, its voice like thunder, named Gu Cloak, and its skin makes the best drums. Emperor Huang captured it, used its hide for drums, and the bones of a thunderous beast as mallets. Its sound could be heard 50 li away, striking fear into the heavens. Beyond the Northwest Sea, in the corner of the great wilderness, there is a mountain that does not align with others, named Buzhou Fuzi, unaligned mount, guarded by 2 yellow beasts. There is a water body called Hanshu. Yu attacked the nation of Gonggong Commoner on Mterpeng. To its west lies a mountain named Zhishui Moisture, and to its east another mountain named Mo Curtain. There is a state known as Shu Shi, the son of Tangi Turbulent One. There is a person named Shi, who comes from the northwest corner to oversee the length and shortness of day and night. There is a great, marshy mountain. There are 5 colored birds with crowns, known as Siam Crazy Birds. There is a country belonging to the Bay clan. Beyond the Northwest Sea, east of the Red Water, there is a country with long legs. There is a person cultivating land, known as Shu Equin. There is a country named Shizhou, of the Ji clan, that subsists on grains. The Emperor Jun gave birth to Hui, who descended and spread grains. He said to Hui, seal of authority, and Hui gave birth to Shu Equin. There's a nation with red people, and a wife clan. There are twin mountains. Shu Equan succeeded his father and Hui in sowing and harvesting all kinds of grains, thus beginning cultivation. There is a country belonging to the northern Ddd clan. Beyond the sea in the west, in the middle of the wasteland, there is a mountain named Fangshan, with a blue tree on top called the Cabinet Pine, through which the sun and moon pass. Huangdi's grandson, Shi Equin, gave birth to the northern Dai clan. Beyond the Northwest Sea, to the west of the Red Water, lies an ancient nation that subsists on grains and sends forth 4 birds. There are mountains named Mangshan and Gishan. There is a mountain called Yawan, with people living on it, known as Prince Changqin. This place began making melodious winds. The god Tuo gave birth to Lao Tong, who in turn gave birth to Zhurong, who gave birth to Prince Changqin, who lives on the mountain Yuan. There are 5 colored birds named. One is Huangbird, one is Lubird, and one is Phoenixbird. In the middle of the wasteland there is a mountain named Fengdu Yuan, through which the sun and moon pass. There is an insect-like creature resembling a hare, with its chest and rear naked and blue like Jiaoi, a type of plant. There is a spiritual mountain where 10 witches Wu Jian, Wu Ji, Wu Fang, Wu Peng, Wu Gu, Wu Zhen, Wu Li, Wu Di, Wu Ji. In the west there is a mountain belonging to the Queen Mother, with deep valleys and sea mountains. There is a fertile land where people live. The fertility of this land lies in the fact that phoenix birds lay their eggs here, which people eat as sweet dews. All desired flavors are found here. The phoenix and bluebirds sing, while the phoenix birds dance. There are various kinds of animals that gather here, known as the fertile land. There are various kinds of precious substances: sweet hua flower, jingui jade, ganmu a type of wood, yaobi herbs, baimu whitewood, bai white willow, shiji fleshy meat, langwang a type of stone, bai dan white mineral, qingdan blue mineral, and a great deal of silver and iron. There are 3 blue birds with red heads and black eyes. One is called Dalai Changquan, great changing bird. Another is Xiaolai Changquan, small changing bird, and one is simply a blue bird. There is a platform named Hengshuan where archers dare not shoot to the west for fear of the platform's curse. In the middle of the wasteland there is a dragon mountain, through which the sun and moon pass. There are 3 marshy waters named Sanlu 3 pools, which are Kunvu's a mythical creature food source. There is a person dressed in blue, who covers their face with their sleeves, known as Ena Yu Chao Shi, shameful dead woman. There is a nation of women. There is a mountain named Maishan. There are various kinds of music and dances performed by the phoenix birds. There is a mountain called Shangwang Xiachu, upper ruler, lower worm, where the 5 colored birds face heaven, known as Siug singing birds. There is a country named Hengshuan. On Jiangshan, a mountain or region in the south, there dwells a nation that enjoys longevity up to 800 years old. In the middle of the wasteland there is a mountain named Rai Sun Moon Mountain, the celestial axis. There is a heavenly gate called Wu 5 in the west, through which the sun and moon pass. Beyond the sea, there is a god with a human face and bird body, adorned with 2 green snakes as earrings and 2 red snakes as sandals, known as Shangwang Xiachu, the upper ruler, lower worm child. There are various nations that rise and fall based on their land's wealth or loss. There is a pool, named the Attack of Mengyi, on the mountain of Tenjiu. In the great wilderness there is a mountain called Kunrodi, where the sun and moon enter. There is an animal with 2 heads, named Ping Pong. There are Rukon Mountains. There is a golden mountain, where a person named Huanggezi lies. There are birds with wings like baiwing. There are white birds, blue-winged, yellow-tailed, and black-beaked. There is a red dog named Tianhuan, whose descent brings soldiers. There is a god with a human face and a tiger body, with text and tail, all white, residing there. South of the West Sea, by the stream of sand, behind the red water, and before the black water, there is a great mountain called Kunlun's Hill. There is someone named Ji Wangmu, wearing a dragon-tooth helmet, with a leopard tail, living in a hole. Below it is the weak water gorge encircling it, and outside is the mountain of flaming fire, where anything thrown goes up in flames. This mountain has everything. In the great wilderness, there is a mountain called Chanjiang, where the sun and moon enter. There are 2 women priests. There is a cold wilderness country. There is a country of Suma. Nanyu marries the mountain girl of Jutian, named Nujin. Jige gives birth to Suma. Nujian gives birth to Jai. Suma stands upright without movement, his voice faint. Suddenly there is a great heat, impossible to go near. There is someone headless, wielding a sword and shield, named Xiang's corpse. Thus, King Tang's summary on Zhangshan defeats him and beheads Ong. Once Wang is beheaded, he descends to the Wukon Mountains. There is someone named Wu Hui, with his left arm strange, no right arm. There is a country of Gai Shan. There is a tree with red bark, green leaves, called Jumu. There is a one-armed people. This is called the Great Wilderness. In the Great Wilderness there is a mountain, where the sun and moon enter. There is someone with 3 faces, son of Tenju, 3-faced with 1 arm, immortal. Southwest of the West Sea, south of red water, west of the stream of sand, there is someone wearing 2 blue snakes as earrings, riding on 2 dragons, named Xiahu Kai. Jiu Jiao. This is a wild place, high for 2,000 li, where Kai begins singing. Kai offers 3 concubines to heaven, obtaining Ju Bian and Ju Ji Ye. There is a country of mutual people. The grandson of the Flame Emperor, Ling Yao, creates hundreds of mutual people, able to move up and down in heaven. When Tenju dies, he revives. There is a fish that dries out, named Fishu. The wind coming from the north turns into water, and the serpent becomes a fish, known as Fishu. There is a great Wu Shan. There is a golden mountain. There are green birds with golden bodies, 6-headed, named Bird Shu. Southwest in the corner of the Great Wilderness, there are Bijie and Chanjiang Mountains. There are birds like Kuo, with texts Liuyu, Luanbird, Huangbird, Dabugao, Shao Wugu. In the Great Wilderness, between rivers, near Yu, there is a hill where Emperor Tenju and his 9 concubines are buried. There are green birds, Langha birds, Shuangpuya, yellow birds, tigers, leopards, bears, she-bears, yellow snakes, meat-eating creatures, Wangqiu gems, Yaobi, all emerging from the mountain. The hill is 300 li in diameter, with a bamboo forest named Junzu in the south, large enough for a boat. There are 3 key sands without branches. South of this bamboo forest is ready water, named Fengyuan. West of the hill is a deep well where Tenju bathed. There are flies with 4 wings. There is a country of Hu not with us, with a fiery clan, eating glutinous rice. In the Great Wilderness there is a mountain called Unsal, with the nation of Suishan. There is a creature half animal, half serpent, named Qin Chuang. There is someone named Da Ren, great person. There is a country of Da Ren, Lin clan, eating glutinous rice. There is a great green snake, Yellowhead, eats Shangluo, a mythical animal. There is a Yumu mountain. There is a mountain that Shaiban attacks the state of Qin. In the Great Wilderness there is a mountain named Hengtian. There is a hill of early inhabitants. There is a general tree that reaches 1,000 li. There are black insects resembling bears, named Hunter. There is a state called Shu. The son of Tongyu eats glutinous rice and commands 4 birds, tigers, leopards, bears, and she-bears. There is a state in the north called Qi, of the Jiang clan, that commands tigers, leopards, bears, and she-bears. In the great wasteland there is a mountain named the Great Gathering of the First Barrier, where the river Ji meets the sea to the north. To its west is a mountain named Yu's stacked stones. There is a state called Shi, with a red mountain. There is a sun mountain and a smooth mountain from which water flows. There are vast wetlands spanning 1,000 li, where various birds gather. There is a nation of fur-clad people, of the Ying clan, eating glutinous rice and commanding 4 birds. The leather workers killed the Sha people. Yu was born in the balanced country. The balanced country produced servants who cultivated, and from them came leather workers. The emperor heard of it, and secretly established this nation for them, these being the fur-clad people. There is a nation called Dire, with a ruler named Ren, of the Yu clan, eating grain. In the coastal shallows of the North Sea, there is a god with a human face and a bird body, adorned with 2 blue snakes and 2 red snakes, named Jiang. In the great wasteland there is a mountain named the Northern Celestial Chest, where sea water flows north. There are gods with 9 heads and bird bodies, named Jufeng. Another is a god with a snake's head and human body, 4 legs and elongated arms, named Zhangliang. In the great wasteland there is a mountain named Chengdu, carrying heaven. There is someone with 2 yellow snakes, holding them high, named. After the earth goddess gave birth to Kuai-Fa, he grew up and became arrogant, wanting to chase the sun. He pursued it to Yu Valley, but could not catch up. He was about to drink from a river when he died there. The dragon slayed Shao, then killed Kuai-Fa, taking him south as punishment, hence the south is rainy. There is also a nation called Wuzheng, with no prince, eating fish. A servant of the Gong clan named Xiangbu has 9 heads and is snake-bodied. He devours earth from 9 lands. The source of all rivers and lakes comes from this place. It was bitter and not suitable for cultivation, nor could any beast live there. He filled it in, creating a pond, which other gods later turned into a platform. Yu drained the great flood, killing Xiangbu. His blood stank so badly that no crops could grow where he fell, and the land was too watery to live on. It is north of Kunlun. There are mountains named Yu, where bamboo flourished. In the great wasteland there is a mountain called Ju, where sea water flows in. There is a mountain binding Q, with the Gong platform, where one cannot shoot to the north. A woman dressed in blue clothes is named Huangdi Nu Pake, meaning Yellow Emperor's daughter. Shao led an army against the Yellow Emperor. He ordered the dragon to attack Ji State in the wild fields. The dragon stored water up. Shao called for the wind god and rain god, sending strong winds and heavy rain. The Yellow Emperor sent down a goddess named Nupak to stop the rain, and she killed Shao. Nupak could not return to heaven. Her home did not receive rain. Subu told this to the emperor, who later placed her north of Red Water. Subu became the ancestral god of fields. Nupak ran away, and whoever pursued her was ordered, "Go north!" She first cleared water paths, opening up rivers and drains. There is a Bell Mountain. There is a nation that eats fish, named Shenmen, with the Pan clan, eating fish. A woman dressed in blue clothes is named Red Water Girl, offering herself. In the great wasteland there is a mountain named Rongfu, where water flows in smoothly. There is someone named Jiangjun. The Yellow Emperor gave birth to Maelong, who in turn gave birth to Rongwu. He gave birth to Nungao. Nungao gave birth to Numing. Numing gave birth to a white dog, male and female, known as Jiangjun, eating meat. There is a red beast like a horse, but without a head, named Gongshuan Wang. A one-eyed person was born facing the sun. He is said to be from the Wei clan, son of Shanhai, eating glutinous rice. There is also a mountain called Qi State Mountain, Jun Mountain, Shangliang Mountain, Xiania Mountain, Fish Mountain. There is no people, and the successor has no surname. Boneless, it lives on air and fish. In the northwest beyond the sea, to the east of the desert of sand, there is a country called Zhang Chariot Flat, the son of Tungshan. There is a country named Laikua. There is a nation of dog people. There is a god, a person with a beast's body and a dog's head, named Dog People. In the northwest beyond the sea, to the north of Black Water, there are people with wings called Meow Mice people. There is a mountain named Zhangshan. Tungshan gave birth to the Miao people. They have surnames, eat meat. In the vast wasteland, there are mountains named Hengshanshan, Juyanshan, and Dongushan, with red trees on top, green leaves turning red, called Rumu Redwood. There is a nation of newly bull people. There is someone without bones, a son of Fair. Beyond the northwest sea, to the north of Red Water, there is Zhangwai Mountain. It illuminates the 9 yin's negative energies and guides the dragon. In the inner sea of the East China Sea, in a corner of the North China Sea, there is a country called Joseon. Its people live in water, close to each other, loving one another. In the inner sea of the West China Sea, amidst the desert of sand, there is a market town called Jishi Caravansary. There is a god, a person with a snake's body and red face, looking straight on, riding directly. When it sleeps, it becomes obscured. When it looks, it shines. It never eats or sleeps or rests. Wind and rain pay homage to it. In the inner sea of the West China Sea, To the west of the desert of sand, there is a nation called Fanny Fanleaf. To the west of the desert of sand, there is a mountain named Bird's Mountain, from which 3 waters flow. There is also a mountain named Huishan, with clear water flowing from it. Here found gold, jewels, danuo, red copper, silver, iron, all flow here. In the east of the desert of sand, between black water and red water, there are nations called Kao Yun Cloud Dawn and Cg Scorpion. Chanji descended like flowing water, giving birth to Hanliu Fierce River. Huangdi Yellow Emperor married Li's Thunder ancestor, giving birth to Changyi Bright Intention. Hanliu's head was precise and careful. His ears were sharp and attentive. He had a human face, a pig's snout, a lion's body, a dragon's tail, and a boar's feet. He called the baby boy from the mud Anayo Dawn Princess, giving birth to Emperor Di Tungshang. In the east of the desert of sand, between black water and red water, there is a mountain named Shideth Mountain. To the east of Qingshu Blue Water, there is a mountain called the Saoshan Origin Mountain. There is someone named Bai Gao White Tall, who goes up and down here to the heavens. In the southwest, between Blackwater and Qingshu, there's a vast plain called Dugang Great Wide, where Huyaro Nok was buried. Birds sing and phoenixes cry. Spirit-fruited trees fill with lushness, grass and wood thrive. There are 100 animals that gather here in groups. Here are found soya beans, glutinous rice, glutinous sorghum, and glutinous millet. They grow on their own in winter and summer, sown throughout the year. This plant does not die in winter or summer. There is a nation of Yu Grapes people. There is a nation of Laxiang, 2 wings. Beyond the South Sea, between Blackwater and Qingshu, there is a tree named Wui, unattainable, from which water flows. There is a nation of Yanchang, Salt Long people. There is someone with a bird's head, named Niusi Bird Clan. There is a mountain called Lingshan, Sacred Mountain, with a red snake on it that eats wood, named Zuo Changyu, Shanger left insect, right upward and downward large snake. There are 9 hills bound by water: Tao Tang Music Hill, Haod Subtlety Hill, Mengying Cleverness Hill, Kunwu Wisdom and Virtue Hill, Black and White Hill, Red Looking Hill, Shanwei Watchful Guard Hill, Wufu Brave Weir Hill, and Shenmin Holier Hill, and Shenmin Hope people. There's a plant that grows here, called Feihua Spirit-Fruited. In the northwest beyond the sea there are dog people with no distinct successor. They live in bonesless bodies, subsisting on air and fish. Someone said the commoners. There are victorious subjects, bird-footed pigs and sealed tigers. There is a god, with a human head and snake body, long like a yoke, with 2 heads on either side, dressed in purple, wearing a crown of feathers, named Yanwei. Rulers who possess him will feast upon him and become the greatest among heaven. When they appear, peace reigns throughout the realm. There are phoenixes singing and dancing, their heads inscribed with virtue, their wings with obedience, their backs with benevolence, and their tails with righteousness. In the South Sea lie Mount Heng, Mount Jen, and Mount Gi. There is also a blue beast like a hare, named Shangshni Upper Mountain Sea, resistant to punishment, escaping from calamity, strong and agile. One mountain is called the capital of the 3 heavenly kings. In the southern region are the blue hills of Chuwu and the depths of Chu, where lies 9 Novels Mountain, the burial place of Shunshan, and the boundaries between Changsha and Liangli. In the North Sea rises Snake Mountain, from which flows snake water to the sea. There are 5 colored birds that block out the sun over an entire district, known as Ciy Ominous Birds. There is a mountain not far away with tombs hanging from its side. The father of the 3 West Kings was born on the Ciyu West Peak. In the North Sea lie rebels bound in chains, wielding lances and swords 10 times their own size, each called a body of reflection. Ciyu gave birth to Xlong Pre-Dragon, who was the first to give birth to the Qiang people, who asked for a surname. In the North Sea lies a mountain named Indi Shen Mystic Capital Mountain, where black water flows. There is a great mystical mountain. On top are mysterious birds, snakes, and foxes with tails of black fur. There is a people from Xuanchu Mystic Mound. There is a great mystic country. There is a people with red shins. They became rulers. There is the country of Ningling Nail Spirit, where people have hair below their left heels and horses' hooves that move swiftly. The grandson of Emperor Fen, Flaming Emperor, Billing, married Wu Wu Princess, the wife of Kek Lord, who became pregnant after 3 years, giving birth to Ji Drum, Yan Bell, and Yu. Ji and Yan were the first to become bells for music, for pleasure. Emperor Fen gave Lo Ming a horse, who in turn gave birth to Bai Ma White Horse, who became Yu Yao. Jun gave birth to Yu Hao Yu Hu, who gave birth to Jie Gong and Ping Ping, who became the first ships. Jie gave birth to Xie Zhong, who in turn gave birth to Yi Gung, who was the first to use wood for chariots. The youngest of Biigo White Cloud was Bian Ban, who made the first bows and arrows. Dijun gave birth to Yin Lung, who became the Gyugyu and stringed instruments. Jun gave Aitan a bow and arrow of superior quality to aid the lower realms in overcoming their hardships. Hao Ji, later officials, sowed the 100 grains. Jun had 8 sons, 3 with triple virtue, one who was the first to create delicate crafts for the lower people. His grandson, Xuan, invented the ox plow. Da Bi Great Comparison, named Rayan Red Shadow, was the first to establish a nation. Yu and Yao were the first to apportion the earth and fix the 9 regions of China. The wife of Emperor Fen, a son of red water, called Linlin, gave birth to Ej Yuchu, who became Inhu Flame Lord. Inhu birthed Ji Bing Feast-bearing, who birthed Heqi playing instruments. Huichi Lord had 8 sons, 3 with the virtue of harmony, one who was the first to create exquisite crafts. Hao Qi sowed the 100 grains throughout the land. His grandson Xuan invented the ox plow. Da Bi gave birth to Re Red, who established a nation. Yu and Yao apportioned the earth and fixed the 9 regions of China. The wife of Emperor Fen, Red Water's son Lin, gave birth to Ej, who became Hinu. Hinu gave birth to Ji Bing, who gave birth to Heqi instruments. Hui Lord had 8 sons, 3 with the virtue of harmony, one who was the first to create exquisite crafts.